My Berea, don't you know I've thought about you all day? Yeah, I've been longing for some beef and some consomme, sweet Berea. This is surely going to my thighs. Well, I'm a hungry eater and you surely caught my eyes. My Berea, I love you so. Oh, my Berea, Berea, I love you so. I love you.
How's it going, sports fans? It's game day, and the food is hot here at XCARET Mexican Restaurant. Before you settle in to watch the game, whether you're by yourself trying to figure out what you want for dinner, trying to figure out how to feed a bunch of people, why not consider some delicious grub from XCARET Mexican Restaurant? Today, we're highlighting the birria ramen. That's right, I'll say it again, birria ramen. Oh my goodness, I think I just got my mic wet. How do you birria? I have to have a lime. And you're gonna get the best, juiciest limes right here at XCARET Mexican Restaurant. Look at all that juice. So here we have the birria ramen. Oh, this looks so good. I'm digging in, I can't look at it anymore. All right, here we go. That should not be allowed to be that good. My goodness. Folks, get on over here. Get yourself some of this birria ramen. Let them know you heard about it on Heart of Ohio Sports. Why are you still watching me eat? You could be eating this right now. Don't you just want to dig in? I could eat this whole bowl right now. And I'm going to. But I'm not going to make you watch me do it. Tell you what. Call in your order. XCARET Mexican Restaurant, birria ramen. The only place you're going to find this in town, folks. I'm telling you. This is a home run right here. Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. XCARET Mexican Restaurant. Whether you're a diehard fan rooting for the home team, or you're just looking for some tasty eats for your game day treats, the birria ramen is our featured item here on this game day grub segment, and you're gonna wanna call in your order now. That's right, call XCARET Mexican Restaurant. Mention you saw this segment on our broadcast. You get 15% off your order. Take advantage of this birria ramen special at XCARET Mexican Restaurant. Oh, and don't forget the queso.
Introducing our first inductee, Aaron Rupp, class of 2001. There's lights out, and then there's Tiffin Columbian's Aaron Rupp, whose season on the mound for the Tornadoes produced some of the most eye-popping stats en route to a record-setting career. Being part of Tiffin Columbian's first ever NOL championship softball team, Aaron closed her spectacular career by leading the Tornadoes to a 17-5 record and the second league title in program history. Saving the best for last, Rupp struck out a school record 265 batters, bringing her 4-year total to an outstanding 550 strikeouts. Postseason awards included her 4th consecutive All-NOL honors and her 3rd as the top pitcher in the league. Aaron was the female recipient of the prestigious Dan Kernan Award before graduating from Tiffin Columbian in 2001. Aaron's athletic career continued in Ada, Ohio, as she was a 4-year letter winner for the Ohio Northern Polar Bears. Introducing Walt Zablewski. Walt served Tiffin City Schools from 1975 until 2022. Primarily as caretaker of the stadium and athletic grounds. In his 47 years, Walt maintained a top-notch facility, while perhaps more importantly, serving as a positive role model for generations of Tiffin youth. Walt served as a mentor to hundreds of young men in the Saturday morning stadium cleanup crew. As for some, it was the first job they ever held. Walt's friendly nature and positive attitude ensured he'd always had a swarm of volunteers. It is with sincere gratitude and in recognition of his countless contributions to Tornado Athletics that Walt be inducted into the Tiffin Columbian Athletic Hall of Fame. Introducing Jamie Detillion, class of 1996. One of the best players to set foot on a Tornado diamond, Detillion helped lead the 1996 squad to a record of 24-5, capping off a league, regional, sectional, district title, and a state runner-up finish. After graduation, Detillion continued his athletic career at Ashland University. Jamie is believed to be the first player in Tiffin Columbian history to sign a professional baseball contract, joining the Detroit Tigers organization after spending some time with independent Chillicothe Paints. Transitioning into coaching, Detillion spent 11 years as the head coach of Grand Valley State, compiling a record of 318 and 201 before stepping down after the 2023 season. Introducing Weston Reinbold, class of 2004. A natural leader and fierce competitor, Weston earned 10 athletic letters, was a part of 4 championship teams, and was awarded All-Ohio honors in both football and baseball for the Tornadoes. A school record holder in nearly every offensive category, Weston truly shined on the baseball diamond. A 4-year starter, he earned all NOL and all district honors each season for the Tornadoes. He was part of 2 Tiffin Columbian League championships, sharing the NOL crown with Bellevue in 2002 and capturing the crown outright in 2004. Weston graduated from The Ohio State University, spending some time as a walk-on with the Buckeye baseball program. He is currently the president of Financial Design Agency of Ohio, and along with his wife, Susie Reinecke, has revitalized a number of historic properties in downtown Tiffin. Weston also serves in a number of leadership positions in Tiffin and Seneca counties, including the boards of the Tiffin-Seneca Economic Partnerships, the Chamber of Commerce, Seneca County Young Professionals, and the Terra State Community College Foundation. Introducing Greg Pernard, class of 1999. Bursting onto the scene as a member of the historic 1995 football squad, Greg Pernard became one of, if not the first, freshman to letter in program history. Primarily playing defensive tackle, he helped the Tornadoes secure a perfect 7-0 record that season. He earned his first of 3 letters in wrestling and was a district qualifier for the Tornadoes on the mat. Greg's final fall for the Tornado football squad was a historic one, as he helped lead the Tornadoes to their first OHSAA playoff appearance under Coach Steve Gilbert, and the first at Tiffin Columbian High School since 1987. The Tornadoes finished 9-2 of the season. Collegiately, Greg would earn a full athletic scholarship to Ball State University in Muncie, Indiana. Greg earned 4 letters as a member of the Cardinals and was named Outstanding Defensive Lineman of the game a total of 7 times, and helped Ball State capture the 2001 Midland American Conference West Championship. Introducing Nick Newland, class of 1998. Utilizing his speed, an outstanding jump cut, and a refusal to be tackled by one opponent, Nick Newland rewrote the Tornado record book as a featured back for the dominant TC squads of the mid-90s. During his senior campaign, after helping lead the Tornadoes to a second consecutive 8-2 season, Newland carried the ball 292 times for 2,266 yards and 29 total touchdowns. Nick would go on to earn All-Ohio First Team, was the co-offensive player of the year in Northwest Ohio District, was recognized by the Toledo Blade, and was also invited to play in the prestigious Big 33 game. Introducing Seth Williams, class of 2014. A masterful mat technician with a nearly unstoppable shot and a Houdini-like ability to escape his opponents, Seth Williams grappled his way to 4 consecutive trips to the podium at the Ohio State Athletic Association's state wrestling tournaments. The only wrestler in program history to place all 4 years, Seth was the 3rd student athlete in school history to capture an individual state championship. Saving the best for last, Seth completed a perfect 41-0 season and captured the program's first ever state championship in the Division II 170-pound weight class. In the final, Seth defeated Jimmy Sandlin of Carlisle by a score of 5-2. After graduation, Seth was a 3-year member of the Ohio State Buckeyes wrestling team, graduating in the winter of 2019 with a degree in civil engineering. Congrats to the 2024 Tiffin Columbian Athletic Hall of Fame inductees.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Frost-Kalnow Stadium, the site of tonight's matchup between the Tiffin Columbian Tornadoes and the Fremont Ross Little Giants. I'm Nate Mullins on the call tonight with Tommy Hall. We've got Jacob Ellis up here in the press box with us, Austin Rodriguez on the main cam, and we have our sideline reporter Eric Hall down patrolling the sidelines here at beautiful Frost-Kalnow Stadium on this Friday night here on Heart of Ohio Sports. You're tuned into the pregame show brought to you by XCARET Mexican Restaurant. Let's take a moment and thank our sponsors before we get you to the action here on Heart of Ohio Sports. We want to thank XCARET Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Hope and Fostoria, National Machinery, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, Forte Music, STEINMETZ Signs and Graphic Inc., the Ohio Army National Guard, REDLINE Lawn Care, Little HUGOS, DAH Wraps, Pioneer Seed by WEINANDY Seed Service, FEASEL'S Frame and Collision, CLOUSE Electric, and FABRIZIO Chiropractic, Dr. Joel Ardner. All proud sponsors with us right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Once again, you're tuned into the pregame show, brought to you by XCARET Mexican Restaurant, our halftime show presented by Hope and Fostoria, postgame show presented by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, all instant replays tonight presented by National Machinery. Our timeouts brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore, keys to the game brought to you by UIS Insurance and Investments. When we enter the red zone, it's the Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery red zone. Player Spotlight tonight brought to you by STEINMETZ Signs and Graphic Inc., and your halftime marching band performance brought to you by Forte Music. We'll step aside, take a quick timeout. We'll be back after this with the pregame show brought to you by XCARET Mexican Restaurant. Fremont Ross, Tiffin Columbian, next right here on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
At First National Bank of Sycamore, we are a truly local bank that is community-based and community-focused. We are invested in your success, and our team is here to help. First National Bank of Sycamore, banking that just makes sense.
We connect fans to the action like no one else can. As a business in today's market, you got to stay ahead of the game. And what better way than to get on board with the fastest growing brand in media today? I mean, you can take it from me, but you can just listen to them. When recruiters want to see our game film, we tell them they can watch on Heart of Ohio Sports.
For over 150 years, National Machinery in Tiffin has been setting the standard in metal forming technology. Our innovative cold forming machinery is trusted by industries worldwide, from automotive to aerospace. We pride ourselves on delivering top quality products and world-class customer support, ensuring your business runs smoothly. At National Machinery, we're more than just a company. We're your partner in precision, innovation, and success. Visit us online and see how we're shaping the future, one part at a time. It's time for high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports.
All right. Correct. And we're back here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium. We're just about set for the national anthem here shortly by the Tiffin Columbian Marching Band. Currently, they're performing the alma mater. But, Tommy, what a beautiful night here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium. Hall of Fame induction night here for the class of 2024 Hall of Fame inductees, Tiffin Columbian Hall of Fame. Great video that you put together for these guys as well.
Oh, and this class, much deserving. If you grew up in this town, and especially if you played through this program, a lot of those names ring out. Some of those guys I had the privilege of playing with. But, again, it starts when you're in the youth level and you're wearing your jersey to the game, and you see these boys that fall on Friday night out there, and those gold helmets are glistening. You know, a lot of those guys you looked up to when you were a little kid. They were the reasons why you put on a helmet and shoulder pads. Nick Newland and Greg Pernard, those guys being one of them for a lot of guys that were about my age. So that's the least you could do. But, man, tonight, you know, as we give those guys their flowers, there's no love lost between these two teams as we get ready for the national anthem.
That's absolutely right. National anthem brought to you by Forte Music. All right. We tried to bring you the national anthem there, but our field mic's not working right. I don't know what's going on, but couldn't get it connected. I think it might be due to the fact that the antenna is literally about to fall off the guardrail up here. That could be part of the reason. But once again, you're tuned in here on the Shkudat Mexican Restaurant pregame show. Tommy, let's talk about this one. We got a couple of things to talk about here before we get set for this one. Big-time matchup here, week one. This is a familiar matchup between these two teams. Obviously, we've been doing this for, what, about 8 years now? 6, 7, 8 years, something like that? Since these guys have been patrolling the sidelines on each side. Both these guys in their 9th year at Tiffin Columbian and Fremont Ross. You're talking about Chad Long at Fremont Ross, Judd Lutz here at Tiffin Columbian. Both took the reins in 2016, and since then, neither one of them looked back, Tommy.
Oh, absolutely. And again, you did a great job during your coach's interview with both of these coaches, Coach Judd Lutz, Coach Chad Long. You know, a lot of long history between those two, no pun intended. But Coach Judd Lutz, you know, he played for Coach Long when Coach Long first got over here, and Coach Long was the defensive coordinator for the Tiffin Columbian Tornadoes. And then throughout the years, you know, again, those Steve Gilbert years, after those were over, Chad Long headed over to Fremont Ross. Judd Lutz found himself back to Tiffin Columbian to reinstill the standard of the program, and that's not lost on Coach Chad Long and what he faces here tonight with these Fremont Ross Little Giants taking the field. He knows that this is a program built on tradition, and statistically, Coach Lutz has had his squad ready for week one over the past 6 seasons, and I don't think that's going to change any tonight, even though Tiffin Columbian suffered immense loss to graduation last season.
Yeah, you talk about the losses Tiffin Columbian suffered, but this Fremont Ross team, they returned quite a few seasoned veteran starters here. And it starts with Caden Maley, first team All-Ohio senior offensive lineman, the Kent State commit, Tommy. This young man is a mountain of a man down there, 6'6", 305 pounds. He leads the way and anchors that big offensive line for this Fremont Ross Little Giants team. Xavier Lopez, senior offensive lineman, first team All Northern Lakes League, and then you have Jace Freimeyer, senior defensive back, first team All Northern Lakes League, and Zaylen Harris, senior linebacker, second team All Northern Lakes League. So, I mean, they got a lot of talent coming back here.
Yeah, and the Cattle Commission has to come in and check this offensive line because they hold a lot of beef, averaging 290 pounds. I mean, these guys all average about a Maytag. So this Tiffin Columbian defense is going to have their work cut out for them against the big hog mollies up front. But Tiffin Columbian, I think they're up for the task. Their defense is going to be what's relied on heavily tonight. Flying around there, you got defensive coordinator Sean Conley, who is really built how this defense has been over the last couple of seasons. You're going to see a lot of blitzing. You're going to see a lot of schemes. Guys flying around out there. So as much as you want to go toe-to-toe, I don't think that physical matchup down low or down front is going to be there as much as Tiffin Columbian likes. They got to take advantage of their strengths and exploit the mismatch that they're going to be facing. Try to get a lot of guys moving and don't hang around too much down there at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Tommy. And there's, like we mentioned, we've got some returning talent for Tiffin Columbian as well. Ethan Reynolds, senior offensive lineman, first team All-SBC, honorable mention All-Ohio there on that offensive line. And then Leo Diamantopoulos, the drop top.
Oh, yeah.
Senior defensive lineman, honorable mention All-SBC. And then a couple of familiar faces as well. Bradley Willman, senior offensive lineman. Zach Shawberry, senior quarterback, taking the reins now in place of the 4-year starter Braden Rogo. And then a guy that I want to keep an eye on is Johnny Baseball. Johnny Bremeyer he's going to be the guy that they look to make plays, Tommy. And he's going to be the excitement, the electric that you look for when you're talking about Tiffin Columbian offense. But really, the big name on that offense coming back, Zach, you talk about Jack Newlove. It's New Love City this year, brother.
Oh, absolutely. These two teams, they get ready for tonight. And don't forget that Fremont Ross definitely hasn't forgotten what happened to them 1 season ago during the Carson Caden first start as a Little Giant quarterback. He came over from the defense, filling the shoes of the BG commit that graduated prior to him. And again, not the best campaign he would have won it in 2023, but now you got a Caden Carson who's another year wiser, has played the position, and knows what's expected out of him with Coach Chad Long also taking the wheel on the offensive play calling this year. That should be interesting to see.
Yeah, absolutely, Tommy. We are just about set for opening kickoff here.
Oh, I can't believe it's here.
We are here. Friday night lights are on.
We waited a long time for this right here.
That's right, brother.
Oh, these two teams are about to make a name for themselves.
Well, you know.
So we have Jadrian Brown back deep for Fremont Ross. Zaylen Harris to the far side.
So once again, Fremont Ross set to kick off. All white uniforms, gray helmets with purple numbers, and a little bit of gray trim. Tiffin Columbian, golden helmets, blue jerseys, gold pants here today with the blue stripe down the side.
Nice little tidbit about the Fremont Ross uniforms this evening. They were helped put together by the Fremont Ross football program's mentor initiation, where they had some of the mentors of these Fremont Ross players handpicked come in and help feed the team, but also get the helmets ready for game day by putting the stickers on. I thought that was a really great moment for this program.
I did too, Tommy. I thought that was really cool. But once again, we're live here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium. Fremont Ross set to take over. The kickoff went out of bounds from Liam Kerr, senior kicker. Another guy to keep an eye on here, Tommy, is he's definitely going to be somebody that they look to make some points happen. But let's talk about this young Carson Caden.
Oh, the Little Giant topple with 2023 campaign stats in his first year at quarterback and succeeding first team Ohio and Caden Holmes. Caden turned in a solid performance. He was able to throw for 17 touchdowns last year and can also get moving with his feet when he needs to. But a quick sling out to start here by the Fremont Ross Little Giants.
Tyrese Brown on the reception.
First down to start this one.
Quickly picks up the first down for the Fremont Ross Little Giants. First play of the game goes for 11 yards up to the 46-yard line. I've got starting lineups for the Fremont Ross Little Giants. We'll go over those here in just a moment.
Fremont brings a solid front, usually in that 4-4.
Caden, handoff off the right side. Ball on the ground.
And it's loose.
It's still loose. Who's got it? Both teams signaling they have it. We'll see what the call is. And we're waiting for the signal here. I think it is going to be Fremont ball. Yes, they do retain possession.
The Little Giants dodge a bullet, which was much to their undoing last season. An unprecedented amount of turnovers really cost Fremont Ross early in that blowout against Tiffin Columbian 1 year ago.
Zaylin Harris, the tailback, gets the start today. Carson Caden in the backfield as a quarterback. Receivers are Jace Freimeyer, Mason England, and Jadrian Brown. That's your starters on the skill position on offense. Take a look at the offensive line. At tight end, Talon Brown. Left tackle, Evan Franks. Left guard, Cole Myers. Handoff off the right side. And this is Harris, but he's going to be stopped up right around the original line of scrimmage, so he's going to lose about 3 yards on that carry. Cole Myers, 6'4", 325 pounds. Xavier Lopez, center, 6'1", 265. Zeb Zucker, 6'2", 280 at right guard. And Caden Maley on the right side, 6'6", 305 pounds. So, yeah, Tommy, that's a lot of beef. Carson Caden in the shotgun. Slings it out on the left side. Complete to his receiver. Got some nice blocking out in front, but his receiver gave up on the block there, Tommy. Mason England out there on the outside. If he'd have just ran his guy out of bounds, he might have been able to pick up a couple more, but still short of the first down.
That's crazy that Fremont Ross will elect to go ahead and try to pin the Tornadoes. I would have thought of even advancing the ball past the 50 was especially as potent as this often could be on a 4th and 5 situation. That's manageable for Coach Chad Long. Usually don't see him resort to that this quick. So the right call, pin the Tornadoes deep and force that inexperienced offense to come out here and debut an unenviable task with their backs in the shadow of the goalpost.
Braylon Garza back deep to punt. Deshaun Russell back deep to receive. And I believe we're going to get a delay of game. Or no, too many men on the field. A delay of game called against Fremont. They didn't want to snap it with the extra guy on the field.
Yeah, you almost think they wanted to try to get the defense to come up and jump, but
well, first drive jitters there.
Yeah, nothing doing.
Boy, I'll tell you what, Garza is deep for this punt. He gets it away, and this one's going to be a short punt. It's going to hit down. That's going to be about a 13-yard punt.
See, now you weigh those odds of going
12
for it on that 4th and 5th situation.
Yeah. So, yeah. Tiffin Columbian will take over. Zach Shawberry leads the way, and the Tornadoes take over at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, we talk about that youth and a fresh look for Tiffin Columbian as Tiffin Columbian lost his top QB last season as Bryce Rogo goes on to Akron, and 4 receivers in Jack Corper, Bryce Rogo, Brady Gooding, and Damian Brockington, who was a record-setting back for the Tornadoes. These faces will be looking to make their name on the field for the Tornadoes this year.
Fake the handoff. Shawberry over the middle for New Love, and he tips it up, but not able to make the reception. As Shawberry just a little bit too much on that one, put it up too high, and
he sent a rocket across midfield, targeting New Love City, but to no avail.
Jack Newlove, slot receiver here. Johnny Bremeyer on the near side. And a far receiver out there. That's Blake Miller. Over the middle, slings it out complete to Newlove, and he's got it past midfield inside Little Giant territory. And there goes our antenna.
And in your coach's
Yep,
interview,
there it went.
In your coach's interview, Chad Long said this would be a point to focus on by the defense was Jack Newlove.
And Newlove, I believe, was the ball carrier. Yep. Jack Newlove, the ball carrier, picks up 2 on the carry. So it's pretty evident early and often you're going to see this young man's name called quite a bit. Second down and 8. Shawberry in the shotgun, a little pistol look here. Handoff. Bonnell on the handoff, and he's swallowed up and dropped deep in the backfield. Ryan Hook on the stop. I'm sorry, actually, Marquez Williams on the stop. Big time stop there by that Ross defense.
Yeah,
back at the 49-yard line.
That 4-2-5 look just came smothering the Tornadoes on that one.
Maybe we can get our sideline reporter to work here, but with the antenna being down like that, I might have to have him come up here and readjust it. Shawberry with the throw. Bremeyer on the reception to the 35. That's good for the first down. Continues to fight for yardage, and he'll be down right at the 35. That's good for a first down. So 14 yards on 3rd and 13. That's a big-time catch, little pitch and catch out there.
Shawberry not afraid to sling it here in the early onset. 7:20 remaining here in the first quarter of action from Frost-Kalnow Stadium. Columbian marching with the ball on the 35 now.
We'll bring a man in motion. That's Bremeyer. Settles on the right side of the formation. Shawberry slings it out left side. That's incomplete.
Behind him there.
As he was looking for Blake Miller, but it goes through the hands of the intended target. Leo Diamantopoulos playing some tight end here for the Tornadoes this year. Getting some new looks from these guys. Gonna have a lot of new faces out there, so you got to see where they're playing at.
When we talk about the beef up in the middle, a lot of these guys from Fremont Ross play both ways, so these long sustained drives can definitely have their advantage.
Incomplete over the middle, intended for Bremeyer.
And the defender, Nolan Miller, or the defender,
it's not
Chase Freimeyer, they were looking for a little bit of contact early, but I didn't see it. Neither did the officials.
Eric, you had it right the first time. If you get it down on that bar instead of on the circular thing, it won't fall again. Yeah, it's just going to fall again if you put it up there again. Shawberry slings it out right for Bremeyer. Reception at the 30, and he moves it forward to about the 27-yard line. And he's going to be short of the first down, but 4th down coming up here. Decision time for the Tornadoes.
He's going to go for it.
Yeah, it's not much of a decision to be made here. He's got it. They try to get the defense to jump there, but now they're looking to the offense or looking to the sideline for the play call.
Yeah, Tiffin Columbian trying to get Fremont to commit those week 1 mistakes.
Shotgun set, 2 receivers on the far side, 1 on the near side. Shawberry back to pass. Pressure, and he is dropped. Back in the backfield at the 37-yard line. Big time stop by the defense. Marquez Williams once again on the stop. And that's a big time sack right there on 4th down. Get the ball back for your offense.
Look at that replay here. As you see Marquez Williams just shedding the block, not giving up on the play, gets around the edge, and man, gets a huge turnover for the Little Giants. So now the second drive for the Little Giants after their first one stalled.
Inside the left hash, moving right to left. Very low breeze tonight, 2 wide each side.
Carson in the shotgun. 4 receiver set. 1 man in the backfield. They hand off the right side.
Diamantopoulos had the penetration. Unable to wrap him up though.
Elijah Izaguirre on the carry. Good for about 2 yards up to the 40-yard line. I was waiting for you to say his name, Tommy, but you froze up when you read it. Shotgun set, 4 receivers on the field. Caden Carson in the shotgun. Fakes the throw. Now he's going to take off and run. He's got it up past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
I mean, again, you got to remember, that's Carson Caden. He's 6'1", 215 pounds. He just lowers his shoulder, and you fall forward. He'll fall for a couple more, bringing up a huge 3rd and 3.
That's right.
3rd and manageable.
I told you we weren't done with that sun, Jacob.
Yeah. Pretended it was gone.
Yeah, it likes to hide out here. 3rd down and 3. 4 receivers set once again. They bring a man in motion. Settles into the wing position on the right side. Handoff. And 1st down carry by Elijah Izaguirre as he gets it up to midfield. And that moved the chains.
Defense stayed humble, and the offensive line got the push they needed.
Nevin Newman on the stop for Tiffin Columbian.
I would have accounted for the run there. Tiffin Columbian might have been seeing something else.
1st down. 3 receivers set, handoff. That's Izaguirre once again. And he's got it up to about the 46 inside Tornado territory. It's the first time we've seen the Ross offense pass midfield here today. At the 4:48 mark here in the first quarter, no score between Tiffin Columbian and Fremont Ross. We'll have score updates for you throughout the game from the Hopewell Loudon Carey game, as we got a couple of guys over there. Connor Roush hanging out over there. Of course, it's a Hopewell game. He'll be there. And then Kyle Holsinger, our Carey rep, over there as well.
I like the physicality by the Little Giants here on their second drive. They got to keep that tempo, though, and keep that physicality up. See if they can do that for a whole 48 minutes.
Kaysen keeps it himself. Carson Caden picks up, oh no, just short of the 1st down. I thought he had it there, Tommy. Pretty good effort there by Caden. It's that read look, Tommy. They're trying to read that defensive end.
Nevin Newman, he bid on it, bid on the fake as Carson was able to convert, or almost convert, sets up a 3rd and 1.
4 receivers set. Caden, quarterback keeper, and I think he's going to be short. Yeah, they're going to say just short of the 1st. So 4th and about an inch.
Replay of that. I think that just a brief hesitation there by Carson Caden. I believe he would have been. I believe he would have had that there. He just took a little bit. He just stuttered for a minute. Ready? Watch. Right there.
Yeah, just a little hesitation there. So 4th and inches. Ball at about the 41. They need to get past the 40 to pick up the 1st. Caden, handoff, right side. They got the 1st. Nice job by Talon Brown to pick up that 1st down up to the 36-yard line.
Gutsy call, and the Fremont Ross Little Giants able to convert there. It's up to Columbia now to answer the call.
Of course, last night we were here for the Tiffin Calvert and Mohawk game, and that was a thriller to start the 2024 high school football season. 3 receivers here on the near side, 1 on the far. 1 man in the backfield with Kaysen Carden. Carson Caden. Oh, nice pump fake, but it's batted right back in his face by Brady Bonnell. So it'll be 2nd and 10 with the ball at the 36.
I think they fooled Austin on that one, guys.
Yeah, the pump fake definitely got her.
Hey, pump fake twice, I think.
Yeah, he did.
But nice penetration by the guys up front.
Caden, handoff. Isagir off the right side. Oh, and he's into the open to the 20, and he's brought down right around the 15-yard line. Eliza Isagir on the carry. And that's good for 21 yards. And a Little Giants first down, and they're quickly right back up to the line. Caden, handoff. Isagir off the right side once again.
On the same play.
And he's in, but there's flags all over right around the point of attack. I think Leo Diamantopoulos is screaming, hey, guys, I don't think you're allowed to pull on my jersey like that.
What a way just to impose your will, run the same exact play.
Yeah, and quick. Like, no huddle, right back up to the line, run it again.
Well, once you see those arms just extended out and you're seeing that's how they're tackling, you're gonna you're just gonna shed right through that.
So ball will be moved to the 20-yard line.
Ooh.
So just on the edge of the Benchwarmers red zone here. First time either of these teams have made a trip inside the 20. First down and 13 after the holding penalty.
Now, if you're right outside the 20, that doesn't stop you from being able to go to Benchwarmers.
That's right. Caden over the middle. Incomplete. Intended for Jackson Mackey.
Oh, the loss of that down now makes it a little bit harder to convert. Facing a 2nd and 13 now.
I'm going to talk about a laser. I think it was a missile. Second down and 14.
I think you draw something up here to try to get some of that back.
Yep. Even if it's just 5 or 6 here, you got to get some of it. Carson Caden in the shotgun. Handoff. Isagir up the middle. Got a couple of it back, but still going to be a long third down situation here for these Little Giants.
Yeah, so that 2 yards on the run, I think that's going to give them a 3rd and 12 to work with. Puts them back in the Benchwarmers red zone.
1:40 to play here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I can't believe we're almost through 1 quarter of action. Still a 0-0 ball game. Both teams looking. Both teams looking to draw first blood.
We'll get it to work. Caden slings it out right side. That's complete to the running back, but nice job by the defense right there to make the play.
Defense came up on the screen. Wasn't going to be forward. Deshaun Russell coming up to make the play.
Big Deshaun Russell.
No, Mama Michelle's going crazy.
Uh-huh. That's a big play. Third down forces a 4th. And we'll have the kicker onto the field here to attempt what will be about a 34-yard field goal. Left-footed kicker. This one's up, and it is through. Boy, he had enough leg to make that from 45.
Take a look at that.
What a boot.
Do you have a shoe on?
So Little Giants are on the board.
That boot brought into your living room thanks to National Machinery.
That's right.
They're on the replay. Jacob Ellis doing a tremendous job on the dials here tonight.
Once again, for those of you tuning in, you're probably asking yourself, what's going on with the Wizard? He's doing great. He is still recovering. We're giving him a little bit extra time to recover, and we're also doing this as a training exercise for Jacob because he'll be joining the X Stream next week and helping them out on their production side of things. So it's definitely going to be, he's a welcome addition to the staff, but we are definitely going to be welcoming Greg back up into the press box next week, according to Greg anyways. So I told him he didn't have to rush it, man. Like, you can take your time. It's no big deal. Zach can run the board over there. Jacob can do things for us here. But no, Greggy's ready.
Yeah, I don't think you can keep Greggy out of this for too long.
No, good luck. I'd love to see anybody try. But yeah, he's doing great, recovering well. And he thanks you for all the well wishes from all the fans. This kickoff fielded at the 12-yard line by Jack Newlove to the 25. And he's going to be driven out of bounds right at the 29-yard line.
Well, a long sustained drive by the Little Giants on that last one. Trip to the red zone. He still equated into points with that 37-yard field goal. But I tell you what, Nate, these Tornadoes, this is the time to answer back and actually get this offense clicking. A lot of Fremont Ross through the first stanza of action. Now we'll see what Shawberry and this squad can do in the gun. He hands it off.
Bonnell on the carry, picks up about 6. That's what you want if you're Tiffin Columbian. Take some pressure off that passing game and let this line get a little bit of momentum. But that's the end of the first quarter. 3-0 Fremont Ross on top here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium. We'll step aside, take a quick timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
At Heart of Ohio Sports, it's obvious. The first thing that comes to mind is sports. But we do a lot more than just cover live sporting events.
Go, go, go!
When we want to watch our highlights from last night's game, there's only one place we go. Heart of Ohio Sports.
Welcome to your Legacy Federal Credit Union, your trusted community credit union for over 70 years. We're not just a credit union, we're your personal financial counselor. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union is a full-service financial institution tailoring solutions to your needs. Whether it's your first home or planning for the future, we're here to help you find success. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, a legacy built on trust, commitment, and community.
Your legacy.
You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.
Ready? And we're back here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium. Second quarter begins with the Tornadoes. They ran a play, incomplete pass, forces a 3rd down and 4 here with the ball at the 35-yard line. Shawberry fakes the handoff, looking to pass, slings it down the middle of the field. Newlove on the reception to the 30. A flag on the field, so we'll have to wait to see what the call is here. It might be pass interference, but I don't know who it's going to be on. Or is it going to be an ineligible man downfield? Because that is right about where those flags are, about the 45. That would be the call, most likely.
Ineligible man is what.
Because you're talking, the line of scrimmage is the 35. Those flags about the 45-yard line is probably somebody downfield. Well, we'll see. Hang on. Let's see. What's the call? Because that's where the catch was made, though, Tommy. No, it wasn't. It was a little bit further down the field. It was about the 40. But that's where the interference would have been made, because that's kind of where he made the separation.
No,
hang on.
Holding.
Where we got offsetting penalties here? Yeah, offsetting. So you're just going to have to run it all again.
No, they're going back down there. What is going on?
Yeah, that's definitely not. You can't keep the ball there if it's an offsetting penalty. It's got to come back. You run the play again. You can use that, too. That probably work. But I think this would work better because that's going to be wobbly. Just, hey, clip that to the top of the pole. Yeah. Like, if you just... Right up there, that'll work.
Ooh, that's rough.
So the big gain negated. And Jack Newlove had some good separation there. even despite the holding call, was able to get separation, get downfield.
Two wide short side, but Newlove then going in motion from left to right.
Handoff up the middle. Bonnell picks up the first down with authority down to the 41-yard line.
Big Brady Bonnell, 6'2", 202 pounds, able to fall forward.
49 yards on 9 carries. He was the SBC champion in the long jump. He's been with the program since his freshman year now.
Ball at the 41, 1st and 10. Shawberry in the shotgun. They bring a man in motion. That's Deshaun Russell. Shawberry back to pass, looking right side. Russell on the completion to the 50, to the 45, and he's ridden out of bounds inside Little Giants territory at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, just left on an island. Russell had a couple looks his way, and Shawberry still just threads it over to him.
3-0 for Ross. 11:06 remains in the half.
Shawberry, handoff. Oh! And I think they're going to get an offside penalty here because if they didn't blow it dead, it's probably going to be offside, but we'll see. Unless it's an illegal motion. Yep, illegal motion. He just didn't get set there, Tommy, before the ball was snapped.
That's always been something that's plagued Tiffin Columbian. I don't know what it is when they send their man in motion or how the quick play calling, but you always got to make sure that these guys get set.
That's not going to fall on Andy over there. Good. And it didn't mess your camera up too bad there.
So on 1st and 15, the ball's on the 47.
Oh, fumble on the handoff. And Mason Seitz unable to hold on to the handoff there. As this one's going to go backwards to the 49.
And not exactly sure what happened there. Yeah, they just have a little miscommunication on the handoff there, as you see on the replay.
Looked like it went for more of a flip as opposed to a handoff, and it threw him off a little bit.
Shawberry slings it down the right sideline. Incomplete, but a flag flies in at the end of the play.
I think the defender might have reached over him there, Nate.
Isaac Westner, the intended receiver there. But you have in coverage.
That is the call.
I believe that was Kevin Jones in the coverage over there.
But it won't be a spot penalty. It will be just a 15-yard. So it should make it 3rd and 2.
Yeah, it'll be 3rd down and about 2. Or 2nd down, because the down doesn't count. So it'll be 2nd down.
So it is 2nd and 2.
Shawberry, pistol formation here for the Tornadoes. They bring tight end in motion. Handoff, left side. Bonnell, little stutter step to the outside. Picks up good yardage down to the 25-yard line. And Brady Bonnell.
They put drop top in motion for him to go out as the blocker there on that almost a counter play as Bonnell steams ahead, following good blocking. Moves the chains again.
We'll check in with our sideline reporter here in a minute, see if we can get him to come in a little clearer.
Bonnell again.
Up the middle. Picks up 5 on the carry. Eric, how we doing down there, man? Nope. Hey, there you are. I don't know what happened. As soon as you start talking, it's like, nope.
Yeah, I'm not going to do this.
Hey.
Oh, there you go.
Hey.
There we are.
I guess you pretty much have to point it right at the antenna.
I just come here anytime you need to talk to me.
All right, good deal. Shawberry slings it into the end zone. New Love, touchdown, Tiffin Columbian. Jack New Love from Zach Shawberry, a 20-yard touchdown, puts the Tornadoes on the board.
Now the first touchdown pass by young Zach Shawberry. Actually, will put the Tornadoes ahead. But by how much, we'll see, pending the extra point.
Liam Kerr on to attempt the extra point. Looks like Newlove's going to hold. Boy, he's doing everything for this team, isn't he, Tommy? Kerr, extra point is up, and it is no good.
Be a 3-point game now.
He didn't miss many of those last year, that's for sure. So it's 6-3, Tiffin Columbian, with 9:11 left to play here in the first half. Fremont Ross set to get the ball back. But both these teams kind of a methodical approach to the offensive side of the ball here today, Tommy.
Yeah, they're absolutely trying to control the tempo of this one. Just long, sustained drives, turning through page after page in the playbook, trying to find what works. Neither team being deterred, though. With 9:11 left here in the first half of action. Week 1 here, the high school football season. You're watching it live and paywall free right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Do us a favor, folks. Go ahead and like and subscribe. Tell your friends, hey, I'm watching the big game between the Little Giants and the Tornadoes here in the comfort of my home. And it's being brought to you by Heart of Ohio Sports.
Make sure you share the video with all of your friends as Liam Kerr kicks this one off, fielded at the 9-yard line.
Yeah, boot.
Jadrian Brown on the return to the 25, breaks a tackle, 30, 40, cuts inside, and he's still on his feet, down to the 40-yard line. Tornadoes are lucky Liam Kerr at least gave an attempt at the tackle there as he slowed him down enough.
Look at that. Whoop. Finds the edge, following the blockers. Almost knocked out of bounds there. Finds his footing. That's just an athlete there.
So the Fremont Ross Little Giants set up shop inside Tornado territory. Their first play will start at the 40-yard line.
They're already in field goal range.
Yeah, right?
After just watching that kicker put the first points of the game up.
Caden, handoff. No, he's going to keep it. Nice read off the left side. Breaks a tackle and buries his head forward for a few more yards up to the 36-yard line.
Diamantopoulos had a nice jump on the ball. Got a little overzealous and over-pursued.
No, they're definitely reading that. That's the first read, is that defensive end.
Aggressive run from the quarterback, too. I'm sure a coach cringes a little bit when you see your quarterback tip the right shoulder like that, but, hey, I guess if it works, it works.
Oh, there's Carson. He plays with reckless abandon in the gun.
That's a good word for it, good phrase.
Handoff left side, running room. Harris out of bounds inside the Benchwarmers red zone. Out of bounds at the 19-yard line.
Zaylen Harris. Quick as a hiccup on that one. Just zipping.
Zipping Zaylen. 4 receivers on the field here. One back in the backfield. That's Zaylen Harris back there with Carson Caden. Handoff left side. Oh, there's Harris into the open to the 5 and out of bounds. Zaylen Harris. They're just following that big side of that offensive line there, Tommy.
You put it perfectly. Zip Zaylen Harris. And that's exactly what he does. Doesn't waste any time, not getting paid by the hour. Put the ball in this guy's hand, he's just off to the races. And now the Little Giants seemingly knocking. They got the ball in the 3.
And look at this jumbo set here, Tommy. 6 offensive linemen on the field here.
Jumbo's an understatement.
Handoff, Harris. Oh, he's swallowed up in the backfield. Second effort gets him forward for a couple, but man, Brady Bonnell just bursted through the line there. Talon Brown on the carry, not Harris.
And you don't like that because he could have just given up right there. The only thing you worry about is the ball.
Yeah, switch personnel here.
Second down and goal. They're trying to last.
I don't think they're going to try to
Close to where they
impose their will here. I think I'm going to try some trickery here. Yeah, a little bubble screen.
We'll check in with Eric here in a minute with the weather report. Under 7 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Sling it out right. No, nice. Oh, what a fake by Caden.
How well designed. Send the man in motion. Play looks like it's going to the right, but then the read option there by the quarterback just comes right up to the B gap. Look at this. Oh.
He had 4 rushing touchdowns last year. That's his first one here in the 2024 campaign, and the first time the Little Giants break the goal line here tonight at Frost-Kalnow Stadium. 6:50 to play here in the second quarter. And the place kicker, Bryce Estep, on to attempt the extra point here. Left-footed kicker. And it's blocked. Ryan Hook on the block for the Tornadoes. Well, there was a collapse there in that line. There was a breakdown somewhere because he went in unblocked.
Get out of here.
So it stays a 9-6 ball game.
That's probably one of the most well-designed goal line plays that I've seen in recent memory.
Right.
I'm going to save that replay and design it myself.
Absolutely. What a play by Caden down there. I mean, the fake throw threw off the entire defense.
And that was what Coach Chad Long said in that interview this week. He wants to confuse these Tornadoes, and he's going to use some trickery. He's going to use some different schemes. I forget exactly how he put it. I had to go to my Webster to make sure it was a real word and not just a Chad Longism. But he tries to confuse these defenses and schemes, and what a tremendous play there.
He's going to get the Tornadoes spinning, if you will.
Taken by Carson Lewis for the Little Giants. And a kick.
Carson Lewis kicks it off, fielded at the 10-yard line. Bremeyer on the return. He's going to be tripped up and brought down at the 19 before he's really able to get anything going there. So Tornadoes start out inside their own 20-yard line. They've had some pretty good field position the first 2 times they've had the ball here tonight, but boy, the Flyers are all over Bellevue right now. Did you hear that, Tommy? 20-0, Clyde on top of Bellevue.
It's a bad day to be a Bellevue alum.
Can't happen to a nicer team.
Uh-huh.
Oh, no wonder I didn't get a score update from Connor. Carey up 7-0 on Hopewell Loudon over there. And Perkins all over Clear Fork, 26-0. That's going to be the team, folks. This year, you need to keep your eye on those Perkins Pirates. They are going to be dangerous. You talk about 7 first team all conference players returning on offense and 6 on defense, Tommy.
They got a Tiffin U head coach over there.
Yeah.
Also went to Bellevue, took us to the state championship back in 2012.
Yep.
We want to talk about how it went, but we got there.
He's definitely the catalyst for that Perkins resurgence. Shawberry back to pass, slings it over the middle, looking for his man Miller, but it's incomplete.
Holy smoke.
Look at the throw on that. You see that?
What a throw.
I mean, he's at the 15. That ball hit down at the 30. I mean, that's a great throw by Shawberry there. Gibsonburg leading Ottawa Hills 7-0 in the first half. Monroeville all over Lakota 21-0. Ryan Lozier's debut as head coach over there with the Raiders. Clay on top of Sandusky 10-7 in the second quarter. Seneca East and Crestview tied at 7 apiece. 5 receivers set here on 3rd and 7. Bonnell, the man in motion, settles on the right side now. Shawberry loses the ball, trying to throw it out right, and just has to fall on top of it. It's going to bring up 4th down.
He lose that or he swat it?
No, it just slipped out of his hand when he went to throw it. The old Johnny Manziel. Remember when that happened?
I remember a lot of things that happened. Unfortunately,
I try not to. So Tiffin Columbian is going to have to punt the ball away here.
I should wash my windows. Who should I take in the draft?
Liam Kerr back deep to punt for the Tornadoes. And Kerr gets this one away. Nice punt. Back. Oh, it's muffed. It's on the ground, and the Little Giants end up falling on top of it. Jadrian Brown, unable to field it cleanly, but was able to get back on top of it.
I was going to say, did he get return yards for that?
What? I mean, it's true. It was at the 47 where he muffed it, but then it went forward for an extra 7-8 yards into Tornado territory.
And you see it bounce right out of the chest plate. Takes a little tumble, and luckily the Little Giants come away with it and have a chance to pad onto this lead here. They're going to start this drive from midfield with the ball on the 46-yard line, Nate.
1st and 10. Handoff, left side.
Oh, no, all the blocks.
Here's secure. Up to the 32-yard line. That's a nice carry there off the left side of that line.
Oh, yeah. It looked like that offensive line could pave a 4-lane highway with the way they opened that up there. And everyone was turned in on that one. And the Little Giants thus far just imposing their will.
Yeah.
Starting to get the momentum their way.
And we have an
Putting together a nice drive.
Injury on the field as Zeb Zucker needs a little bit of time before he can make his way off the field on his own power, though. So hope to see him back on the field soon. He's a key part of this offensive line.
So with 5 minutes to go here in the half, Klaus is at the Tiffin Columbian Tornadoes. They have a lead of 9-6 and a field goal earlier on from their big left-footed kicker at E-Step. That was late in the first quarter. Answer back
1st and 10.
20-yard touchdown reception.
Ball at the 33.
4-yard touchdown run.
Carson Caden in the shotgun. Tornadoes show blitz. They bring blitz up the middle. Caden takes off left side, and he's tripped up in the backfield. Nice job by that Tornado defense reading their keys. Coming up to make the stop is Brady Bonnell. Well, he's going to be all over the field for this defense this year, Tommy. He is making some plays already. A lot of shoes to fill from last year, but these Tornadoes all saying, hey, we've been waiting for our chance to shine.
I think anybody that's been through the program kind of knows that's just how it is.
That's right.
You lose a lot to graduation. You lose a lot every year to graduation. It's just next man up is the motto of this program that Coach Judd Lutz instilled, and this team really gathers around each other and that motto.
Timeout called here by Fremont Ross. All timeouts brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. Let's take that time and thank our sponsors here for allowing us to bring you this broadcast live and paywall free right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. We want to thank XCARET Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Hope and Fostoria, National Machinery, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, Forte Music, STEINMETZ Signs and Graphic Inc., the Ohio Army National Guard, Redline Lawn Care, Little HUGOS, DAH Wraps, Pioneer Seed by WEINANDY Seed Service, FEASEL'S Frame and Collision, CLOUSE Electric, and FABRIZIO Chiropractic. Dr. Joel Ardner, all proud sponsors with us here on Heart of Ohio Sports. And folks, there's a lot of new names on that list, so please make sure you keep that in mind when you're out doing any kind of financial decisions, you're doing any shopping in the area. Keep these sponsors in mind. Obviously, not everyone is a retail place where you can shop, but try to keep these sponsors in your mind when you make some of these decisions inside this community, because they value what we bring to this community, which is live paywall-free video streaming broadcasts, and you're only able to watch these broadcasts thanks to these sponsors. Back from the timeout, 2nd down and 13. Caden back to pass, over the middle, complete, has his receiver, and he's got the first down. That's Talon Brown down to the 18-yard line. And another Fremont Ross first down, 2nd and 13. They pick up 15.
Yeah, all the time in the world to throw it there. Just took his time, read through his progressions, and got a nice ball out there.
That's right.
And now the Little Giants in striking distance and into that Benchwarmers red zone.
Let's see if we can get our sideline reporter after this play. We'll talk to him about the weather down there. Caden slings it out right side, complete, and he's down right around the line of scrimmage. Eric, so let's talk about the weather right now, man. It's early season, but it's 80 degrees, man. It don't feel like fall football yet.
No, but we have a beautiful breeze down here. It's making it feel great. And the sun, having some of that cloud cover has helped tremendously. I know for you guys up there and for me down here. But yeah, it's a beautiful day for football, man.
Absolutely. Thanks again to Eric Hall, our sideline reporter, for that weather report. Doing a great job, and that sounded really good, by the way. So that's definitely the X marks the spot. Let's go there every time because worked great. They sling it out left side. That's complete. Boy, Caden kind of threw that one off his back foot. You know, it kind of came out wonky, but still able to make a play. Tyrus Brown.
Bowling shoe ugly the pass, but a great reception. Brings up 3rd and 6 though. These Tornadoes trying to shoo these Little Giants away.
Empty backfield. Carson Caden in the backfield, all by himself. Caden back to pass, pressure right away. He's going to pump fake, goes out to the left side, and boy, with the second effort, buried his shoulder and picks up the first down.
What a tremendous first down there by Carson Caden. You see right here, you see this play going to the other side. Once again, the option here by Carson Caden. You see him tuck it, bring it up, and then try to find the edge there. Thought about taking it up the middle there.
Once again, replays brought to you by our friends at National Machinery.
You see how much his football IQ has progressed.
Oh, miscue on the play, but Caden just going to take it himself. I think he was anticipating his running back being on the other side there.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't designed. Just when I give Carson Caden his flowers.
Yeah.
But no, how he's acclimated into the role. Very high football IQ.
So a timeout called by Tiffin Columbian. We'll keep it right here with 1:42 left to play here in the first half. This timeout brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. Folks, don't forget, stick around for the halftime show brought to you by Hope in Fostoria. We'll have the marching band performance brought to you by Forte Music. Once again, thanks to Ed Adams for all his work getting that partnership set up. We're very excited to work with some of these community-minded sponsors, including Forte Music, some new sponsors this year. I want to thank everyone for their contributions, but man, that marching band, Tommy, especially when it's alumni weekend, you got all the alumni in the band and flag corps, and man, that's one of the best bands in the land.
Absolutely. Don't forget to check out that Forte Music halftime marching band performance. I think I might have to go up to Forte myself and get a guitar. See if they give me some lessons to be the next Esteban. Remember him?
Esteban.
The guitar player.
Oh.
I think he was just Esteban. Like Cher.
I tried playing guitar, and my fingers are too fat, so the guy told me to put my fingers on a treadmill. Caden handoff. Oh, what a nice jump step there by Zaylen Harris, but he's still swallowed up. But, man, to avoid that first contact, that little jump step was nifty.
I love it.
So it's 3rd down and goal. Ball at the 6-yard line.
Clock continuing to roll here.
I'm digging the scoreboard graphics. Whoever put those together, he's doing a great job. Like the kids in the locker room. Have you seen those? The shots of the players?
Yeah, I saw a couple of them.
Watch out for the option.
Caden looking. Run to the left side, and he's going to be short. He'll be marked out of bounds right about the 2-yard line. Actually, the 1 is where they'll mark him out. So very close to the goal line here. And with 51 seconds, he did go out of bounds, so it stops the clock. They didn't have to call a timeout there, so the Tornadoes should have a little bit of time left on the clock when they get the ball back here. But question is, where are they going to get the ball, Tommy? Because if they stop him here, you're going to take over on your own 1-yard line. What are you going to do? You got to get out of the shadow of your own goalpost there at that point.
It's an interesting scenario. I mean, part of me, and just the gambler in me, I want to just shove it down Columbian's throat here on 4th and 1, convert, and then try to get in for the score.
Well, this is a goal situation, so just get in and
just pound it away here.
That's right. Go up by 2 scores heading into the locker room. Obviously, they still have to do some defense, play some defense.
I think you're averaging enough yards to where, again, the field goal, I mean, you don't want to leave points out there on the field, but at the same time, with the way that this Little Giants offense is rolling and that big line that you got, and you got a quarterback who's been tremendous as a dual threat, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Timeout called by Fremont Ross. Timeout's brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. You got to love it when these fans just walk straight in front of the camera, you know, like they can't see that there's a camera there. Whatever.
Yeah, you just time to be a man.
That's right.
That's the bottom line in this scenario.
Well, the motto for the Ross Little Giants this offseason was TPW, tough players win. Let's see if they're tough right here, Tommy.
Oh, geez. Huge moment. Man emotion.
Caden on the carry, forward, and he's going to be stopped at the goal line, but hang on. There's a flag. I think it's going to be illegal motion, though. I'm thinking that flag's illegal motion, regardless of whether they scored or not. Yeah. No, he did not cross the plane. It is Tiffin Columbian football. They take over at their own half-yard line.
I mean, you're back still against the wall if you're the Tornadoes. I don't disagree with the play call there.
No.
You get stuffed there. Big, huge goal line stand. But Tornadoes show their toughness there and survive. But now you can't have your back much more against the wall than, as you talked about, back in the shadow of their own goal post. The Tornadoes will take over on downs after being able to stop the onslaught and the read option by the Fremont Ross Little Giants. That was just deadly there, Nate.
It really was. It was a big-time stop for Tiffin Columbian, though. They needed that. So you're going to have a goal situation here. 1st and 10, ball at the half-yard line. Shawberry's just going to kind of sneak it forward to pick up some breathing room here.
Even that's a gutsy play,
yeah,
especially against that interior of the Fremont Ross Little Giants.
Well, most likely you're just going to run out the rest of this clock here. There's the play clock and the game clock are synced up pretty well. You just get out of here and go back to the locker room most likely here. We'll see what the call is, but they can run the rest of this out if they want to. Yeah, they're pretty well synced up, so.
So it's definitely
they'll run one more play, I think. I don't even think they have to. I think there was a timeout called. Columbian takes a timeout with 7 seconds left. I think they're just kind of making sure they got everything in order here, Tommy, because you got a new quarterback, you got new guys up front, you want to make sure everybody's on the same page here. So you call timeout, get your guys together, and even if it's just a snap and a knee, you want to make sure you guys are on the same page. But I don't think you're in a position where you can even take a knee here, Tommy. Like, you'd literally almost have to take a step forward to knee it.
Our Wealthy Insurance Group timeout. Columbian taking their second timeout and a half. 7 seconds remains in the
Timeout's brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. Stick around for the halftime show, brought to you by Hope in Fostoria. We'll have our marching band performance, brought to you by Forte Music. That's coming up next. 7 seconds left here in the first half. Shawberry in the shotgun. In his own end zone. He is back to pass. He throws it out of bounds with 2 seconds left. I think that's probably what they came to the sideline for, was just to say, hey, listen, just throw it out of bounds. Just throw it out of bounds. That's wait a second. He threw that where there was an intentional grounding in the end zone. That's a safety.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
There's your QB.
I just don't understand why they even wanted to throw the ball.
I think he was just going to try.
What's the point, though? Like, seriously, what is the point? Just kneel the ball. Get him up under center like he was the play before. Bury his head forward. Run out the rest of the clock. Now you got 2 more points on the board for Fremont Ross, and they got 2 seconds left. Tommy, you got to kick the ball deep. They got some dangerous guys back deep.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. Now he got to punt it to a talented return team.
And the last time they punted the ball to him, they picked up a lot of yards.
I mean,
first week jitters, got to get them out of the way, you know.
That is absolutely on the coach. That is absolutely on the coach. Well, they get paid more than we do for that.
So the safety punt will come from the 20-yard line, I believe, is where they spot the ball for the safety. Because you have the 15-yard penalty or you have the penalty for intentional grounding, correct? It's a 10-yard penalty, so.
I mean, you can point to gaffes and mistakes and what have you there in that situation. But the bottom line here was with less than 30 seconds, you turned a team away with on a 4th and 1, a 4th and goal situation. It could have been a lot worse scenario.
Yeah.
Than having to give up that 2.
Well, Kerr kicks it off. Gonna hit down, and it rolls out of bounds at the 32-yard line. So
there's a flag.
The Ross Little Giants will have one last chance to heave it deep here.
So a 2-run homer for the Little Giants. They have an 11-6 lead on Columbia.
What a weird opening week score here as we head to halftime here in just a couple seconds. 11-6, Fremont Ross on top of Tiffin Columbian. We've had two missed extra points and a safety on an intentional grounding when they were just trying to run out the rest of the clock to go to halftime. After they picked up a goal line stand.
Yeah.
He took all the momentum away from that goal line stand. You know, he got that stop, and it just took the wind right out of their sails after that. Because you could have taken that momentum into the locker room and been feeling on cloud 9.
They're putting the ball at like the 45.
Because he kicked it out of bounds.
Oh, yeah.
At the 32. Now, it should only be a 10-yard penalty, correct? I got to read my rule book. They must have made some kind of new rule about that because That seems like what it is, a safety kick, so I don't know. I don't know what the rules are on that. I need to check my rule book once again. Caden, back to pass, slings it left side. It's going to be incomplete. There's illegal motion on the play. They're going to decline it, and then we'll go to the locker room. So that's going to be the end of the first half. Fremont Ross on top of Tiffin Columbian, 11-6 here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium. We'll step aside, take a timeout. We'll be back with the halftime show brought to you by Hope and FOSTORIA. And don't miss it. We'll have the marching band performance presented by FORTE Music. That's coming up next right here on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. For over 150 years, National Machinery in Tiffin has been setting the standard in metal forming technology. Our innovative cold forming machinery is trusted by industries worldwide, from automotive to aerospace. We pride ourselves on delivering top quality products and world-class customer support, ensuring your business runs smoothly. At National Machinery, we're more than just a company. We're your partner in precision, innovation, and success. Visit us online and see how we're shaping the future, one part at a time.
At Heart of Ohio Sports, it's obvious. The first thing that comes to mind is sports. But we do a lot more than just cover live sporting events.
Go, go, go! When we want to watch our highlights from last night's game, there's only one place we go. Heart of Ohio Sports.
Welcome to your Legacy Federal Credit Union, your trusted community credit union for over 70 years. We're not just a credit union, we're your personal financial counselor. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union is a full-service financial institution tailoring solutions to your needs. Whether it's your first home or planning for the future, we're here to help you find success. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, a legacy built on trust, commitment, and community.
Your legacy.
We are your neighbors, your sons and daughters. We are learning life and job skills and getting an education. We're proud to serve Ohio. We are your Ohio Army National Guard. Learn more about part-time service at nationalguard.com/OH.
It's time for high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Thank you. Our next selection is written for Adele in the Bond movie Skyfall. The melody truly captures that intensity and moodiness in the Bond movies. Here's the theme from Skyfall. As we close, we thank Mr. Meadows and his entire Tiffin Columbian band staff for their kind hospitality tonight. Now, our percussion section has been practicing all summer for tonight. It chosen a rhythm piece by John Hearns, a middle school teacher who's dedicated his life to percussion. The Trinidad Percussion is loose with their version of Star. field, that'll make 200 marchers. Our alumni band have helped build a fantastic foundation for the Tiffin Columbian Band. In fact, put them together, and our football team and a stadium full of people, how could they be anything but fired up? Here comes the tradition now that helps us to know our left from our right and how to play and move and not get dizzy at the same time. Watch the precision as the band plays We Got the Beat. Even though we're on the banks of the Sandusky, imagine you're on the banks of the Mullins where the band got the crowd rolling to Hang On Slooky.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Stop down to Benchwarmers in Tiffin or call it in for delivery. Fresh cut fries, locally sourced ingredients, and phenomenal service. Give the Tiffin store a call at 567-268-9268 and place your delivery order now. Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery.
Heart of Ohio Sports gives fans the access they want when they want it. And the athletes get the coverage they deserve. Our broadcasts are free and they always will be. We don't hide behind a paywall.
When my family can't come to the games, they always watch on Heart of Ohio Sports.
UIS Insurance and Investments, your hometown agency providing a full range of insurance and financial services with a local touch. Contact your homegrown agent Sam Schelt Palm for a professional review today at 419-447-4242, extension 1132. It's time for high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Welcome back to Frost-Kalnow Stadium. You're tuned in here on the halftime show, brought to you by our friends at Hope in Fostoria. Welcome you back to the press box here. We got about a couple minutes before the start of the second half. Fremont Ross leading Tiffin Columbian 11-6. And some eventful, some things that kind of had us all scratching our heads up here in the press box happened at the end of that first half. Walk through. Tiffin Columbian got a defensive stop. And it was on the goal line. Fourth down, they get the big stop they were looking for, get the ball back. 52 seconds left on the clock, right? They come out next play, quarterback sneak, pick up 2 yards, get yourself some breathing room that you're looking for, right? Next play, they call timeout, and we think things over with 7 seconds left. Even though when I look down there at the play clock and the game clock, pretty much the exact same time. So if they would have let it run out, maybe the referees might call a delay a game, but there's probably a good chance they don't because it was synced up so well. So, nevertheless, they come out, they throw the ball out of the shotgun in their own end zone, and the ball goes out of bounds nowhere near a Tornado receiver, and they get called for intentional grounding. Of course, that happens in the end zone. That is a safety. Now, making a little bit of observations about the play, he was inside the tackle box, but there was nobody anywhere near where he threw the ball. Was there not? Either way, nobody near where he threw the ball, but they get 2 points on the board.
That's the big thing. The risk-reward ratio is definitely just kind of makes you leave you scratching your head as you could have just ran the same play that you did previously and just lunged ahead and let the time expire and get out of the half. But again, I wasn't there in the huddle or on the sideline during the timeout. So you reap what you sow, and the Little Giants enjoying 11-6. That's right, 11-6 lead as we get ready to kick off the second half.
I think all things considered, though, Tommy, things could have gone a lot worse there.
That's what I'm saying. We forget that Tiffin Columbian made a goal line stand.
Exactly.
And negated a touchdown or a field goal.
Return man fields it at the 5. Bremeyer on the return to the 20. And he's going to be brought down right at about the 19-yard line. But, yeah.
Yeah, so, again, we can talk about the gaff all you want, but that defense was able to make a huge stop to keep the complexion of this one from changing drastically. And we talk about percentages in this game, 7%. That's your chances of that decrease. That's how much your chances decrease whenever you start a drive off from behind the 20.
Yeah.
As the Tornadoes take over at the 19.
Bremeyer on the reception. Picks up first down yardage down to the 30-yard line with forward progress. They'll spot the ball at the 30-yard line. That's what you wanted there, Tommy. Nice way to start this drive. A little pitch and catch between Shawberry and Johnny Bremeyer. They move the chains. 3 receivers here on the near side of the field, 1 man in the backfield, which is Zach Shawberry. Shawberry back to pass, slings it over the middle. Oh, nearly Jack Newlove nearly came up with that one-handed. And, I mean, on the run.
Yeah, that would have been that would have been too delicious.
Talk about, that would have been a top 10 right there, man.
Oh, for sure. But here's the thing that I'm noticing is just seeing a peak of the pass there of how fast Columbian was to get set. That's something that's missing this year is this quarterback and his progression and making sure he knows what the play is.
Handoff, Bonnell up the middle, buries his head forward.
Nice.
And he's got it down to the 37-yard line, but that's part of his maturation process, Tommy, like you said.
But that's what you see in different is this Columbian team of old used to be real quick, try to keep defenses on their heels. This offense has to be very thorough and complete in its execution.
We'll check in with our sideline reporter here in just a minute if I can get his mic to turn on here. But Shawberry in the shotgun. Fake the handoff, sling it out left for Newlove. Newlove to the 45, and he's got the first down near the 40, mark him down at the 47-yard line.
And Ross really showing blitz throughout the first 24 minutes there. Showed that package there, and Tiffin Columbian did a tremendous job of reading that and getting the ball into the right guy's hand.
Newlove in motion.
There's that hurry up.
Hand it off. Bonnell up the middle. Solid pickup by Brady Bonnell inside Little Giant territory down to the 46-yard line.
Speed kills, and I think that's really what you got to do when you're going against a larger opponent is you just got to try to wear on them.
Yeah. 3 receivers set, tight end and wing slot on the right side. Fake the handoff. Shawberry slings it to Bremeyer, and that's incomplete.
Nice coverage there by Drace Freimeyer of the Ross Little Giants. He's been very impactful on the defensive side of things here tonight. Does a tremendous job in coverage as well.
Shawberry in the shotgun. Wing back on the right side. They bring him in motion. Settles on the left side of the formation. Shawberry fakes the handoff, slings it over the middle, but incomplete.
That was a
Newlove on the intended receiver there.
Yeah, that's going to bring up 4th down.
So 4th and 3 coming up here, and they keep the offense on the field. This has been Judd Lutz's MO since he's taken over here, though, Tommy.
Yeah,
they are aggressive.
You rarely see him punting away when he advances the ball past the 50. No, they're just going to go.
Fake the handoff, sling it left side. Bremeyer catches it, caught down in the backfield, drugged down.
And Jace Freimeyer makes one heck of a play, perhaps the play, here in the second half to stall the Tornado advancement there at the 50-yard line as the Tornadoes drive will stall. First 46.
First team all Northern Lakes League last year. Freimeyer, the senior, making his impact felt here on this drive as he turns the ball over back to the offense for the Little Giants here. They take over at their own 47-yard line. Excellent field position here. And that's the drawback. When you're aggressive and it doesn't pay off, now you got to play defense.
Yeah, much would have rather played the field and pinned the Little Giants back. Try to rely on my defense to get a good stop.
Hey. Handoff on the right side.
Well, that's going to be a quick, nice little stop.
Nice stop there by the defense as Isagur unable to make anything happen on that one. Goes back a yard. 2nd down and 11 coming up here for the Little Giants. Do we have our sideline guy? There he is. Hey, Eric.
Yeah, I've been waiting down here for you, man.
All right. Well, we got 2nd down and 11 coming up here. Now, coming out of the locker room, man, what's the difference on the sideline? Oh, Caden has to throw it away. Nobody anywhere near where the ball ends up. And the sideline for Columbian is going nuts. They made that call in the end zone at the end of the first half. They got to make it again.
Carson Caden is pleading that Bryce Sheets was downfield. You have the replay of that, Jim?
I mean, he was downfield, but he was back at the 40-yard line. He threw it out of bounds.
He was getting sacked as he threw the ball.
Right here, watch.
So how can that be his? Yeah, it's
there's nobody within the viewing distance.
Underthrown ball. He had a receiver downfield, though.
Yeah, there was nobody anywhere near where he threw the ball, though. I mean, it was downfield, but that ball ended up out of bounds near the 48, 47-yard line.
Did the defense have anything to do with the throw? Were they able to get a hand on him to?
That's going to be the point of contention from the Fremont staff is, did they get a hand on it?
Yeah,
because that looked like a fluttering pass there,
Yeah.
but he was being sacked at the same time, Tommy, so you don't know. He just had to throw it away, trying to get rid of it. There's a discussion at midfield between the officials' crew here. Now they're waving it off. They are waving it off.
That's the right call.
And the Tornado coaching staff is not happy.
If the officials are going to make a correct call, at least make it, because now they're doing about face.
Now my question is, did they pick up the flag because the pass was altered by the defender that was making the tackle?
That's my reasoning. That's
because
what I believe.
where that ball ended up, it was clear there was nobody near where that ball was.
Correct.
So, but my question is, was the pass altered by the defense? Empty backfield. Caden slings it out left side. That's complete. He's got his receiver past midfield, inside Tornado territory, down to the 47. Jadrian Brown on the reception.
I think if you ever stuck for a name, if you venture a guess and just say Brown, yeah, you got a good chance of landing it.
What can Brown do for you?
Apparently a lot, because Fremont Ross got about 4 or 5 of them on the roster.
Yeah, I heard the Fremont announcer say the only team that's got more Browns is the Cleveland Browns.
that was a good one.
4 receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side of the field. From the left hash, Caden takes the snap, slings it right side, complete. Receiver on the reception, and it's going to be well short of the first down, ridden out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. A big-time stop there by Ryan Hook.
And Steven Ryder tries to make something happen, but Hook was there to meet him, drive him out of bounds.
So on a 4th down, Tornadoes come up with their own defensive stop.
I love it. I love it.
And turnabout is fair game here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium.
Yeah, that's what you want out of this rivalry. Just a little bit north on 53 there is Tiffin Columbian, Fremont Ross. No love lost. These guys are just trading shots. War of attrition.
What a battle between these two familiar foes here in this battle of State Route 53. Shawberry slings it right side down the sideline, but just a little too much mustard on that one. Intended for Deshaun Russell. He's fast, but he's not that fast. That's not Tyreek Hill out there.
I mean, very rarely will you see a 40-plus yard pass be overthrown.
This kid's got an arm. He's showing it off out here
I'm
today.
just sitting there like, he just sends it sailing.
He just doesn't have the touch yet, and that'll come with experience. Hand off to Bonnell on the left side. Nice job. Zaylen Harris on the shoestring tackle in the backfield.
Zip Zaylen Harris.
Zipped right in there.
And nothing doing for the Tornadoes as this war right at midfield continues. They'll give them no yards on that run. 3rd and 10. Ball on the 48-yard line. Shawberry in the gun. He drops back.
Shawberry steps up into the pocket, breaks a tackle, carries forward. And he's up inside Little Giants territory down to the 46.
You only do that when you are thinking about 4-down territory. Shawberry believes that he had another play, lived to play another day.
Well, in order to give himself a chance at another play, he had to make that play.
Yeah.
4th and 5 coming up here. Ball at the 47-yard line.
I was thinking the read was almost designed that way. I was like, man, that's...
Shotgun set. Shawberry back to pass. Looking, slings it. Complete. New Love to the 30 and brought down at the 30-yard line.
That was Russell.
Oh, that was Deshaun Russell on the catch. I saw the 5, but I didn't see the 1 next to it. Deshaun Russell. Big time first down reception on 4th down.
That's how you know it was a good reception. It hit him right between the numbers, and he turned in and just started pumping them arms. You see here on the National Machinery replay, 4th and 5.
Oh, that's a false start. New Love thought the hang on. I think they got the flag before the timeout, but we'll see. Hang on, did they get the timeout first? Yes, they got the timeout before the false start. That's good. All right, so no penalty on the play, but timeout's brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. Let's take this time and thank all of our sponsors for allowing us to bring this game to you live and paywall free right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. We want to thank CHIROPRACTIC Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Hope in Fostoria, National Machinery, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, Forte Music, STEINMETZ Signs and Graphic Inc., the Ohio Army National Guard, Redline Lawn Care, Little Hugos, DAH Wraps, Pioneer Seed by WEINANDY Seed Service, FEASEL'S Frame and Collision, CLOUSE Electric, and FABRIZIO Chiropractic. Dr. Joel Ardner, all proud sponsors with us right here on Heart of Ohio Sports.
What a tremendous opening week 1 we've had here on Heart of Ohio Sports. As this one continues here from Frost-Kalnow Stadium. Fremont Ross and the Tiffin Columbian Tornadoes, 6:37 here in the 3rd quarter.
Shawberry fakes the handoff, slings it down the left sideline. Bremeyer, touchdown, Tiffin Columbian. Johnny Bremeyer from Zach Shawberry for 30 yards, and the Tornadoes take the lead 12-11.
In stride, you'll see Shawberry fakes the handoff there and just finds Bremeyer
him
in stride.
And that is a first team all NLL defender that he beat off the line and just absolutely blew by there to go get that touchdown.
Well, that's the thing is Tiffin Columbian, if they catch you sleeping, they're gonna try to. And some of those deep passes, they haven't really connected here tonight, but that one on the numbers to give the Tornadoes the lead here.
Shawberry going for 2 into the end zone, and it 2-point conversion is good. Jack Newlove comes down with the reception, and the Tornadoes take a 3-point lead with 6:32 left here in the 3rd quarter.
And that momentum starts to swing back in the way of the Tornadoes. Again, going into the half, a huge goal line stand by the Tornadoes turned the Fremont Ross away from taking a pretty sizable lead. Then in the ensuing possession, Tiffin Columbian, a little bit of lack of concentration in the end zone resulted in a safety. And then we went to the half, and Fremont Ross, both teams came out swinging a trade of turnovers on their first 2 drives, and then Tiffin Columbian able to capitalize on a drive that started from the 46-yard line and ended with a touchdown and a Tornado lead.
Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Eric Hall. He says he's got a couple little tidbits for us here. What's going on down there, Eric?
Well, before all the craziness happened there, you were asking me what the emotions were coming out of the tunnels, out of halftime. And the coaches were preaching 2 things to bring the intensity, and they were begging somebody to step up. Who's going to step up? Well, so far, it looks like they brought all the intensity, and everybody wants to step up so far.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're answering what the coaches are asking, and yeah, this should be a good half.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Oh, ball on the ground. Fumble on the play.
I think Columbia.
And the Tornadoes come up with the recovery.
Wow.
Jadrian Brown coughs it up at the 25, and the Tornadoes fall on it back at the 23.
Look, potential for a great return here, but just running right into a sea of Tornado blue and gold. And Mitt Steffi there.
That's the second time
to recover the drop goods.
Yeah, these little Giants just have not been able to field these special teams kicks very cleanly so far here today.
But there's a bigger issue there as you see a player down.
Hopefully he's okay. Not sure who that is down on the field, but we'll keep you updated here as our sideline reporter, Eric Hall, will keep us up to date. Eric, you got a little update down there?
I didn't catch who's down on the field right now, but I actually had a little injury update before the fumble there.
Yeah, what's up?
Your center, Deacon Albright, he was over here while we were on defense, and he was getting his quad worked out. So keep an eye on that. He went back in after the defense came back out. He came back over, got worked out again. While he's on the table, we get that fumble. He jumped right off the table, ran right back out there. So it's not going to let him stop it.
That's right.
You'll see a lot of cramping here in week 1.
Keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
Drop top.
Thanks, Eric.
Diamantopoulos
Appreciate that.
Makes his way up from the field, and thankfully,
Thankfully,
again,
he's okay.
We didn't get a chance to see who was down. That's a huge sigh of relief for that Tornado defense and offense, both sides of the ball.
Yeah, so number 22 for Columbia, it looks like who is down.
Leo Diamantopoulos. Pistol formation here for the Tornadoes. Handoff up the middle.
Delayed
nice
handoff.
run there by Bonnell as Brady Bonnell carries it inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Tornadoes inside the Benchwarmers red zone now.
Boom, boom, Bonnell as he just lowers the boom. Man, what a way to get those extra yards.
Shawberry fakes the handoff, slings it over the middle. Bremeyer catches it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiffin Columbian. Tornadoes strike from 13 yards out, but wait, there's a flag. Other side of the field. This is probably coming back. It is. Goes against the Tornadoes. Nobody likes dirty laundry, especially that Tornado sideline right now.
Yeah, that would have been a huge wave of momentum. The Tornadoes would have been riding in less than a minute, having a chance at 15 unanswered points.
3 receivers set here. Shawberry in the shotgun, 1 man in the backfield with him. That's Bonnell. He takes the handoff. Up the middle. Skip step to the 10. Breaks a tackle inside the 10 down to the 8-yard line. Brady Bonnell. And they'll mark him actually at the 7-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and about 3 to pick up the first down. A long 3. We'll say 4. Shawberry in the shotgun. 2nd down. Bremeyer, the man in motion. Handoff. And that's going to be another motion penalty against the Tornadoes here as Bremeyer, I think, might have shifted his shoulder just a little bit towards the goal line before that ball was snapped.
Zaylen Harris just buries Bonnell.
Let's see what the infraction here was, but I think that might have been the call as he just turned in just a little too quick here. We'll see. Yep, see, just that shoulder in is just enough. They're going to call that every time. No. It's going to be a legal shift on Tiffin Columbian. That'll back him up 5 yards. So that will push the ball back to the 12-yard line.
Again, those week 1 mistakes, they can come back and haunt you as it could potentially stall this drive.
Shawberry, handoff to Bonnell, up the middle. Bonnell down to the 5. And it's going to be short of the first down by about a yard. But, man, this Brady Bonnell showing you the bruising running style that some of these fans might be familiar with from the Hall of Fame inductee here tonight. I remember Nick Newland had a bruising running style of his own. Brady Bonnell showing off the physicality. Up the middle, into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiffin Columbian. Brady Bonnell punches it in from 6 yards out.
You see, once again here, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep feeding the big Bonnell. And you'll see right here, just hands it, lowers the shoulder, boom, boom. Bonnell.
Boom, boom, Bonnell. Hey, there we go. I like that nickname.
Yeah, I'm liking it too because you see it, how he gets those after contact yards. Takes a lot of contact
And a flag comes in. This is going to be encroachment against the Little Giants here, as I think somebody's just in the neutral zone as they're lined up. And I think the coaching staff makes a wise decision here to decline that, because if they're if they're going for the extra point, you get it closer, it's even harder to make that, because then you basically have to kick the ball straight up in order to avoid the block. And the extra point attempt is up, and it's good. Tiffin Columbian takes a 10-point lead with 4:44 left to play here in the third quarter. And the Tornadoes with 15 unanswered points here.
I was going to say, and this was an offense here in the first half that struggled very much to even get within striking distance. And now, back-to-back possessions with touchdown. And now Tiffin Columbian, they just got to win all three phases of this game to walk away with it, because that was one of the things I noticed was the special teams play by Fremont Ross was really on point. But that kick return ended up being fumbled. The hands team hasn't been very handsy here tonight.
Yeah. Liam Kerr on to kick it off here. And this is going to be one of those short kicks, goes out of bounds once again. It's the third time he's kicked the ball out of bounds. I don't understand the strategy there. I mean, maybe they're just trying to keep it away from the return man, but he's a good kicker. I know that's not him just shanking those kicks. There's a purpose for that.
I was going to say, there's no rhyme and reason you'll ever convince me of any strategy to give your opponent a great field position to start a drive.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing is, don't be afraid to run the ball. You're down by 10. But
Talk about Hall of Fame. You could have Hester back there. I still want to do it.
isolated right, a wide out for Ross.
Empty backfield. Carson Caden.
They'll have 4 up front for the Tornadoes on a 4-3 alignment. And now they'll blow the play clock back in motion.
4 receivers on the far side, 1 here on the near side. Caden going to keep it off the right side, follows those big offensive linemen, and picks up about 5 yards down to the 40-yard line.
Misdirection, the read option, those are all things that really worked well for Fremont Ross in the first half. I don't see any reason for them to shy away from that. In fact, build upon it.
Yeah.
Until this defense finds a way to stop it. Why go away from it?
4:12 left to play here in the third quarter. Columbian leading 21-11. Caden slings it left side. That's complete. And there's a flag that flies in. I believe this is going to be probably a holding call, because Ryan Hook was not too happy as he's laying on the backfield. We'll see what the call is here. Oh, helmet to helmet. There's a crackback? Yeah, that is a crackback. The fist coming together. That's why Hook was on the ground there.
I was going to say, if anybody knows that call, it's me.
Got hit with a couple of those?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it wasn't illegal back in your day.
Nothing like hitting a guy that doesn't see it coming.
Oh. There's no better feeling. That's horrible. I shouldn't say that. 3 receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side of the field, 1 man in the backfield with Carson Caden. Handoff, left side, that's Harris on the run. He's to the 45 and out of bounds near midfield. Zaylen Harris zips his way near the midfield marker. He's out at the 47-yard line. It's another first down for the Little Giants.
That Little Giants first down graphic's ridiculous. See the National Machinery replay here. piece of machinery.
They mark it to the 47, so Ross back in their own territory.
There in Zaylen Harris. You see him just zip right off the edge
Look
there.
at that. Just look at the road grading offensive line, the pancakes you saw on the left side of that line. Man. Oh. That's a big stop there by drop. Actually, that is number 28 on the stop there. That is, let me make sure I get that. Jace Audius on the stop. Big time hit there as he comes up and makes that stop after just a 3-yard gain. Actually, let's say 4. So mark him at the 49, inside Tornado territory. 2nd down and 6 coming up. Four wide receivers here on this side of the field, one on the far side. Carson Caden takes the snap.
As I said, that was going to be the read.
And he keeps it for no gain. Back to the line of scrimmage is all he gets there.
If you see them run that 4 wide and the slot comes in a little bit, you know that's going to be the read.
Yeah.
It's a very, very, I don't think they're trying to disguise it, but at this point,
No.
you got to see it. You got to be able to recognize it.
And that read option, you're going to see that quite a bit out of this offense this year. That's their identity.
I think Coach Long called it manipulacity. That was the word.
That's what it was. Caden fakes it to the right. Pump fake over the middle. Incomplete. Had his intended receiver, but unable to make the catch.
You put the ball up there for your receiver like that, you lead the lamb to slaughter on that.
Yeah.
Well, decision time for Coach Long and his staff. Huge 4th and 6. You've allowed 15 unanswered. You have advanced the ball from midfield. You've had a pretty good drive going, Nate.
And they're going to bring the punt unit out as Braylon Garza back deep to punt.
Yeah, you got to stop the bleeding.
You have to. And you can't give the ball back to him here in good field position.
Nice end over end. Takes a nice. Whoa.
Russell fields it at the 20 to the 25, and he's brought down from behind at the 30-yard line.
That could have been scary. I can't believe Russell, the way he was able to just see that ball coming at him.
Yeah, he's got some marbles for being able to take that.
Well, almost some foresight, whatever that might have been called when you can see into the future. That was a big athletic play. Premonition.
He probably saved about at least 10 yards from where the ball landed, because they would have kept rolling.
That would have been almost a could have been a coffin corner kick.
3rd quarter, 1:52 left here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium. 21-11, Tiffin Columbian on top. Shawberry handoff to Bonnell. Bounces to the outside. And actually that's Mason Seitz on the carry. And Seitz with a big time carry picks up about 18 yards down to the 48-yard line.
Seitz had Jackson banking in Seitz as he just bowled him over as he fell forward for some great yards. And now the Tornadoes already starting to approach midfield.
A lot of new names here out on the field for these Tornadoes, making an impact here tonight. Handoff, Seitz once again.
Look at that.
And the defense there to make the stop as Zaylen Harris comes in to stop that one right at the line. 2nd down coming up. I see Dalen Brandeberry out there now. I believe that's who that is, right? Yes, number 3, Dalen Brandeberry.
And as we start to roll under a minute here in the 3rd quarter, the biggest takeaway that I've seen thus far with this Tiffin Columbian squad is just how raw the talent is. They got some great athletes.
There's some really good talent on the field, though. Bonnell up the middle, breaks a tackle, has the 1st down, and he is down about the 36-yard line. Brady Bonnell. Once again, another bruising run from Bonnell. And a 1st down for Tiffin Columbian.
Now as the Tornadoes advance past midfield. See there on that bruising run by now.
Handoff. Bonnell once again up the middle. A lot of running room up the middle of that defensive line. They're finding some gaps.
And Jake's fingers definitely getting a workout with having to save those replays as the human highlight machine continues here tonight. He's just having a tremendous game on the ground is Bonnell.
That's going to be the end of the third quarter. Tiffin Columbian on top 21-11. We'll be back with the fourth quarter of action live here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Stop down to Benchwarmers in Tiffin or call it in for delivery. Fresh cut fries, locally sourced ingredients, and phenomenal service. Give the Tiffin store a call at 567-268-9268 and place your delivery order now. Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery.
Heart of Ohio Sports gives fans the access they want when they want it. And the athletes get the coverage they deserve. Our broadcasts are free and they always will be. We don't hide behind a paywall.
When my family can't come to the games, they always watch on Heart of Ohio Sports.
UIS Insurance and Investments, your hometown agency, providing a full range of insurance and financial services with a local touch. Contact your homegrown agent, Sam Schelt Palm, for a professional review today at 419-447-4242, extension 1132. It's time for high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports.
All right, we are back here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium. Start of the fourth quarter sees Tiffin Columbian at the Fremont Little Giants 24-yard line. They sling it out left side for New Love on the reception. He cuts it upfield. He's going to be out of bounds right about the 20-yard line, so on the edge of the Benchwarmers red zone.
That's a classic example of making chicken salad out of chicken you-know-what, as New Love seemingly stopped in the backfield.
Now, Eric, you were down there. You sent me a little something about Jack Newlove there, talking about he getting stretched out down there, dealing with a little bit of soreness.
Well, yeah, he was holding his elbow and favoring that a little bit. He keeps trying to.
There's Mason Seitz.
Stretch that out a little bit.
Seitz carries it out of bounds around the 10-yard line. But, yeah, you're saying he's stretching. What'd you say it was, his calf?
It's his elbow.
Oh, his elbow.
So,
okay.
Yeah, he's trying to say he's okay. The trainer doesn't want him back in right away. He wants him to kind of rest a little bit, but
he's on the field.
Back in, but right now he's still, is he on the field now?
Yeah, he's on the field.
He wasn't
split out in the slot.
Drive.
He's there in the slot.
There we go. Good. That's good to see.
First and goal.
Sending drop top in motion.
Seitz with the hurdle down to the 6.
I thought Bonnell was the long jumper.
Actually, they'll say no gain, so they stay right at the 7-yard line. 11-10 left to play here in the ball game. Tiffin Columbian leading by 10. Trying to make that a 2-score lead here, Tommy. If they're able to punch it in and get the extra point, that's a 3-score lead. Handoff, Bonnell. Breaks a tackle. Up the middle. Down to about the 3, maybe the 2-yard line is where they'll mark him down. It's third and goal coming up here for Tiffin Columbian.
Jace Freimeyer and Caden Rodriguez there to try to stop Bonnell. But with this bruising run style, especially between the gaps, just give you more of that right there. I just see no reason why to shy away from it now.
Oh, absolutely not. So it's third and goal with the ball at the 2-yard line. Yeah, it looks like the 2 to me. Hand off to Bonnell. Up the middle, into the end zone, touchdown, Tiffin Columbian. Brady Bonnell plunges in from 2 yards out, and the Tornadoes take a 27-11 lead with 10 minutes to play here in the ball game.
Fremont Ross starting to unravel, turning into a pumpkin. You had to keep this pace up for 48 minutes. And that was the big question to me was, again, you have a big bruising team like Fremont Ross. And it was the question, the task was, you got to be able to go the full 48 minutes. I don't know what's going on. The Tornadoes have exposed a weakness there in the Little Giants as this field goal
it is
sails.
no good. It stays a 2-possession game here, Tommy.
Got plenty of time still. 10 minutes here left in the game. But Fremont, they gotta come alive here.
They got to get something going offensively. I know they had a plan coming into this one, but I think it might be time to just kind of dig deeper into that playbook and find some way to get the ball down the field. They really have to find a way to get the ball into these receivers' hands and make some plays.
Yeah, you got guys that can definitely kill you with speed and are tremendous playmakers. You just got to expose and give them the chance in the open field to make a move on a guy, to make a play. Let your playmakers make plays. It's that simple. The 10 minutes left to go. Jack's got half the beanstalk cut down now. We'll see if Tiffin Columbian can finish. But Fremont Ross definitely has to come out of the gate here on this drive.
The Tornadoes proving they don't rebuild, they just reload here in Tiffin. As Kerr kicks it off, fielded at the 15-yard line. Up to the 25, to the 30, and right around the 35, maybe the 40 is where he'll be brought down, but we have a flag that flies in, a couple of them actually, right around the 30-yard line.
He either got a piece of his face mask or his horse collar.
That's what it looked like, something, maybe a piece of the face mask back there.
No holding?
Not sure.
No, it was a hold.
Oh, it was a hold.
Return team.
This is going to be against the return team here.
What was the second flag?
Yeah, there were two that flew in. I don't know if it was just the same call.
Must have been egregious enough.
Yeah, I guess so. They're going to move that back to the 20-yard line, so the infraction occurred right at the 30. That's where they'll move it back to the 20. That's where Fremont Ross will take over. 9:53 left in the ball game. And the Little Giants, they need to get something big going here. 3 receivers on the near side, 2 on the far side. Caden in the backfield, looking. Steps up, delivers down the field, and it's picked off. Jack Newlove with the interception at the 44-yard line, and the Tornadoes. The momentum is just all on that Tornadoes sideline right now.
I think that was almost the obvious look. You come out with 3 wide and then 2 on your right, and you know they're just going to go deep. Not a bad throw, but
it was just an overthrow there.
Almost a little bit of impetuousness.
Yeah.
That's what it really seemed like. No need to try to land that blow. Do what brought you to the dance. Get some sustainable drives going. Get yourself back on the board and cut away at that deficit. You don't need it all at once.
Hand off to Bonnell. This time defense there to make the stop right at the line. Actually, might have lost a yard on the play. It's the first time we've seen that defensive line get any kind of penetration here in the second half, because this Tornadoes offensive line, although they're replacing some starters, they've really gotten a lot of push up front, Tommy.
Listen, these Tornadoes, they've been effective and been really good with their execution, but that's not to forget that this is coming off of 4 turnovers in the second half by Fremont.
That's true. This is very true. I didn't think about that, Tommy.
That's exactly what buried them last year.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And that's what, when we talk with Chad Long in the coach's preview here, that's what he said. We just can't turn the ball over. And you've seen when they do, this is what happens. Not many teams are very successful when they turn the ball over 4 times and a half.
No. That's definitely the difference.
Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Eric Hall, after this play. As I want to check in with him on this. I mean, just the resurgence of this sideline right now.
I think just that 15 unanswered points. I think Fremont Ross was firmly in the driver's seat coming out of the half, coming out for the second half. And Bonnell,
Sights up the middle, past midfield, down to the 49-yard line, inside Little Giant territory. Mason Sights with a nice carry.
The problem with those huge chunk yardage plays, Nate, is they continuously eat clock.
That's absolutely right.
And as you do that, you can put together some pretty long drives that just wear on your opponent, and more importantly, leave your chances and your bites at the apple that much less. It's Fremont Ross running out of chances.
Ross shows blitz. And I think they're just going to call timeout here, talk things over on this big 4th down here. 4th down and 3 coming up for Tiffin Columbian. And all timeouts brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. Tommy, let's talk keys to the game. Keys to the game brought to you by our friends at UIS Insurance and Investments. What has gotten us to this point? What do you think the key is that has led to this Tiffin Columbian resurgence in the second half?
Just rallying together, not allowing yourself to get in your own head. A couple of turnovers there by Fremont Ross. You definitely see how that plays into your mentals as this game continues on. Tiffin Columbian, they came out here in the second half. They had a little bit of a brain fart there to close the first half, but they've come out here clicking on all cylinders here in the second half. So the keys for Tiffin Columbian here is to just keep pressing on them, and having the ball on your opponent 49-yard line, 4th and 3. Here's a chance to drive one more stake and a chance to close the books on the Little Giants.
Now they decide to punt this one away as Liam Kerr back deep to punt. With a 16-point lead, I think this is the right call here.
Yeah,
play field position. Kerr punts this one. It hits out of bounds. The return man fields it at the 15, falls forward to about the 17.
Fremont Ross had a couple of stalled drives and turnovers, so that's definitely the right call. Pin them deep.
Yep.
Force them to try to put something together, because thus far in the second half, that offense just really hasn't had anything going for it.
Yeah, and there's been a lot of question marks, especially here in the second half with this offensive performance. You just haven't seen what we expected to see out of this offense, especially the movement up front. Like, I really expected them to dominate the trenches today with that big offensive line, all those returning starters, just all that beef up front. I really expected them to have a lot of running room, and it just has not been the case today. That Tornado defensive line just making life miserable for these guys. They sling it out left side. It's complete. Oh, what a move by the receiver to get out of trouble.
That's kind of what I alluded to. Give your athlete a chance in open space to make a play.
Mason England on the catch, but what was more impressive was right after the catch, the little duck and dive to get out of the way. Look at that. Whoop. What a move.
Poor Xavier Mathewson left his cleats back there.
Look at the little diamond set. 4 receivers on the right side. They're going to sling it out right. Complete to the receiver. They got blockers out in front. And he's got the first down and then some, up to about the 38-yard line. That's going to be an effective play that I really think we should have seen that earlier in this game, Tommy, because
that was just an imposing. There's nothing shy about it.
That's right.
You know exactly what's coming. And the only thing you can do is hope you can get out of the way in time. 6-10 as we roll on here in the fourth quarter. Fremont Ross trying to chase a 16-point deficit.
Empty backfield. Caden back to pass. Looking. Has to just get rid of it, and there is nobody over there, but he just had to get rid of it there.
27 to 11.
I kept talking to Chad. Talking to Chad. I think the running game.
A lot of new faces out here once again for Tiffin Columbian this year, but you got some guys who are seniors on this team that are stepping up when they have never really had their opportunity. Lucas Hart, one of them, on the outside, senior defensive back. That handoff, actually, that is not a handoff. It was Caden keeping it off the right side.
The old Caden Carson keeper.
The ball marked at the 41-yard line. It's 3rd down and 6, and these little Giants, they got to get something moving here. This methodical approach is not going to really work if you're down by 2 scores here with less than 6 minutes to play. You got to stretch this ball a little bit down the field. 3rd and 6. Carson Caden in the shotgun. Looking, slings it over the middle. He has it complete to his receiver once again on the reception.
That's a dangerous way to plant your foot when you throw, but nonetheless, he rifled one in there.
Bryce Sheets on the reception, picks up the 1st down for the Little Giants and moves them inside Tornado territory. 5 minutes to play in the ball game. Empty backfield set once again for Carson Caden. Caden takes the snap. Pump fake, now slings it out right side. That's complete. Nice little move there by Tyrus Brown as they got the pump fake on a little bubble screen look, and then he just kind of took off down the field. It was like a little screen and go.
Yeah, you've seen Carson directing traffic down there. Watch, he tells the man, give the go.
That's a good play.
Dumps it off there.
1st down.
Especially teetering the sideline there.
Ball at the 30-yard line. 4 receivers here on the near side, 1 on the far side. They're on the right hash.
Yeah, you'll see Carson keep this and try to bring it up the side.
Caden slings it, and it is picked off. Intercepted by the Tornadoes. Xavier Mathewson comes up with the pick. But hang on, is it an interception? Yes, it is. Tornado football. Flag on the play is going to be declined as it was an illegal man downfield. But the Tornadoes will take over once again after another turnover by these Little Giants, the 5th here in the second half.
It's just,
ugh, the wheels are coming off now. You had an 11-6 lead at half, and just everything is just kind of falling apart here. Let's send it down to Eric on the sidelines here. He's got some perspective for us. What's going on down there, man?
Yeah.
Maybe a little closer. There we go.
There we go. Hey, the message out of halftime was to bring that intensity, and they have not let up on that intensity. But what is watching their bruising running back, Brady Bonnell, just truck people. That gets them going. They are going nuts on the sidelines for watching him.
Absolutely, and I would be too. If I was down there wearing blue and gold, I'd be going nuts watching him run over people too.
Oh, yeah. You get this front row seat, it's
that's something special down there, man. Enjoy.
sights on the carry there. Here on here on Hall of Fame night, alumni band night. It's just been a tremendous night overall here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium. And the Tornadoes 4 minutes away from capping off a victory. They just gotta keep their foot on the pedal here.
Why did the play clock start? Or why did the game clock start?
All right, 2 wide out to the right. 2-11 Russell. Left. Tight end right. Gift goes up the
Oh, there's sights on the carry. And he's got it down to the 38-yard line.
Jackson Mackey on the stop there.
With a burst through the line.
You see the little push here that they get.
Look at that push up front. I mean, could have drove the Hoosmobile through that thing.
Not you, Jacob. You're not. Our insurance went up when they put you on there.
I don't know if I'm the one they should be worried about.
Sights on the carry. Picks up about 5 yards. Down to the 43-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
What a strange way this one just kind of unraveled.
Yeah. Yeah. You're absolutely right, Tommy, because, I mean, we went into halftime, and you think about the gaffe that happened right before half. For them to come out and collect themselves after that and still come out with the intensity and the purpose that they did in the second half.
Yeah, it's just...
It says a lot about that coaching staff. Sights on the handoff once again, picks up the first down. And that should pretty much do it, folks. That first down will move the chains, keeps the clock rolling at 2 minutes, and right at 2 minutes right now on the clock left in the game, and they could pick up that first down. From this point, I think you can just kneel it out, unless Fremont wants to use their timeouts.
Well, Columbian definitely isn't known for kneeling. That was evident.
Yeah. I don't think Calvert is either, if we saw last night.
Oh, geez. You're going to get Lento to call in and let loose on you.
Yeah, Lento's going to be letting loose in the postgame if you keep saying that kind of stuff.
He's watching, I know it.
Handoff, Mason Sights up the middle. Another first down run for this Columbian Tornadoes offense. Just shy of the first down, so about 9.5 yards there on that run.
And Coach Lento is watching. He's more than welcome to call in for the for the post game.
Well, you know he's not doing anything tonight.
Yeah. Hey,
He
listen.
got his out of the way last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, you know what? They got the win, so the jokes go
That's
over
right.
a little easier when you win.
Oh, trust me, that's all coachable moments, man.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this one's going to roll down under a minute now as Tiffin Columbian capitalizes off of 5 turnovers here in the second half. Fremont Ross allowing 15 unanswered points to get Tiffin Columbian back in the lead as this one handed off to Sights. Sights
breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, has it down to the 25-yard line. Mason Sights.
Got to play a full 48 minutes.
Give him one more replay here.
Sights. How many shed tackles was that, Jake?
That's a lot. He is strong as the steel at National Machinery.
True. I don't know about that, man. That's setting the bar pretty high. Oh, we got a final over in Cary as a final here as well. Tiffin Columbian takes care of business here. 27-11 is your final score here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium. And the first game of the 2024 campaign goes in the win column for the Tornadoes. Step aside. Let's take a timeout. We'll be back with the post-game show brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. For over 150 years, National Machinery in Tiffin has been setting the standard in metal forming technology. Our innovative cold forming machinery is trusted by industries worldwide, from automotive to aerospace. We pride ourselves on delivering top quality products and world-class customer support, ensuring your business runs smoothly. At National Machinery, we're more than just a company. We're your partner in precision, innovation, and success. Visit us online and see how we're shaping the future, one part at a time.
At Heart of Ohio Sports, it's obvious. The first thing that comes to mind is sports. But we do a lot more than just cover live sporting events.
Go, go, go!
When
and we want to watch our highlights from last night's game, there's only one place we go: Heart of Ohio Sports.
Welcome to your Legacy Federal Credit Union, your trusted community credit union for over 70 years. We're not just a credit union, we're your personal financial counselor. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union is a full-service financial institution tailoring solutions to your needs. Whether it's your first home or planning for the future, we're here to help you find success. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, a legacy built on trust, commitment, and community.
Your legacy.
We are your neighbors, your sons and daughters. We are learning life and job skills and getting an education. We're proud to serve Ohio. We are your Ohio Army National Guard. Learn more about part-time service at nationalguard.com/OH.
It's time for high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports.
All right, welcome back to Frost-Kalnow Stadium. Your final score, you see it, 27-11. Tiffin Columbian takes care of business against the Little Giants here in the home opener in the 2024 campaign. What a ball game here for the Tornadoes, as they were down 11-6 at halftime and came back and scored 21 unanswered points here in the second half and come away with the win. And I'll tell you, Tommy, there were a lot of question marks in this offseason as to who's going to step up, who's going to be the guy. And this is not going to be a one-guy team. It never has been. There's a lot of different weapons involved in this offense, and you're seeing it right now. A lot of these guys just been waiting for their time, man.
Yeah, again, it's one of those games where you have to play a full 48 minutes. Fremont Ross and Tiffin Columbian, they hung tough for 24 minutes there in that first half. Fremont Ross definitely coming away the victor. But out of the locker room there in that second half, both teams trading a couple of turnover on downs, having that fight at midfield. Tiffin Columbian able to capitalize on the ensuing drive to finally take their first lead. Then immediately the muffed return by Fremont Ross was able to equate and turn into points for Tiffin Columbian, to where they had a quick 15 unanswered, and from there just almost Fremont Ross was left deflated as Jack continued to chop away at that beanstalk, and 4 turnovers there in the second half by Fremont Ross didn't do them any favors as they came tumbling down there in the second half, 27-11.
We'll take a look at some of these stats from the ball game here. Thanks to Don Cook up here in the press box for gathering these stats for us. He did a great job here tonight, despite his app crashing mid-game. So I want to thank him for his efforts. Every day he brings us stats here. We thank him. But let's talk about this game from from Fremont Ross's perspective. This was a frustrating start to the season. You had Zaylen Harris with six rushes for 56 yards. Probably felt like he should have got the ball a little bit more. You had Elijah Isagiri, who had 6 carries for 47 yards. So they're picking up yards when they put the ball in their hands. But Carson Caden had himself a rough day today, Tommy. 13 carries, 36 yards, but also 12 of 20 through the air for just 88 yards. No touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Not the way he envisioned his senior campaign starting out here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium.
Yeah, and that's the one thing about this game is you kind of have to have a short memory.
That's right.
As, Caden Carson, he'll come out next week a little bit better and a little bit wiser as he continues to roll on with this Fremont Ross Little Giant squad. But that's Coach Long and Coach Judd Lutz said it. This is usually the game that sets the tempo for the season and kind of gives you a glimpse into what kind of lays ahead. As Tiffin Columbian, you really got to believe with the loss of graduation and the schedule where you got Bishop Watterson and Chardon and Fremont Ross and Sandusky and Perkins and a lot of these other just this gauntlet of opponents. You need to get some of these big wins.
Yeah,
because
you really do.
You're going to need to make up for them down the road when you play other opponents like your Chardons and other state caliber opponents. Not saying that Tiffin Columbian can't keep pace, because you saw it here tonight as they've played a complete 48 minutes. But it doesn't get any easier for the Tornadoes from here on out.
That's absolutely right, Tommy. Let's talk about the Tornadoes on the offensive side of the ball. You saw the debut of young Zach Shawberry, and he had a pretty efficient start to his Tornado career. 12 of 21 through the air, 141 yards, 2 touchdowns, no turnovers. That's the key stat for this young man as he takes over the reins here at Tiffin Columbian at the quarterback position. No turnovers for Zach Shawberry. That's the key stat. But look at these stats, Tommy. You're going to talk about Gaudy. Brady Bonnell, his debut as the Tornado starting running back, 18 carries, 104 yards, 2 touchdowns. Mason Seitz, 13 carries for 87 yards. They've got themselves a two-headed monster in that backfield, Tommy. A little thunder and lightning going on back there.
Sounds like they got a little shake.
A little shake and bake.
Yeah.
All right, well, folks, we're going to step aside, take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll have our player of the game. And you have to wait and find out who that is. It's coming up next on the Your Legacy Federal Credit Union post-game show. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
For high school students, this can be a fun time of year. Prom, graduation, summer vacations, etc. Sometimes students will attend parties that permit underage drinking.
There are serious legal consequences and liability issues for parents who serve alcohol to underage students. This could include fines, lawsuits, and even jail time.
Parents can be held responsible for underage drinking, even if they're not home when it happens. The best gift you can give your child is to be their parent, not their friend.
Don't be a party to teenage drinking. Parents who host lose the most.
Welcome to Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, your trusted community credit union for over 70 years. We're not just a credit union, we're your personal financial counselor. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union is a full-service financial institution tailoring solutions to your needs. Whether it's your first home or planning for the future, we're here to help you find success. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, a legacy built on trust, commitment, and community.
We are your neighbors, your sons and daughters. We are learning life and job skills and getting an education. We're proud to serve Ohio. We are your Ohio Army National Guard. Learn more about part-time service at nationalguard.com/OH.
It's time for high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
At Heart of Ohio Sports, it's obvious. The first thing that comes to mind is sports. But we do a lot more than just cover live sporting events.
Go, go, go!
When we want to watch our highlights from last night's game, there's only one place we go. Heart of Ohio Sports.
Welcome to Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, your trusted community credit union for over 70 years. We're not just a credit union, we're your personal financial counselor. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union is a full-service financial institution tailoring solutions to your needs. Whether it's your first home or planning for the future, we're here to help you find success. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, a legacy built on trust, commitment, and community.
Your legacy.
You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports.
And we're back here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium. Nate Mullins and Tommy Hall up here in the press box with Jacob Ellis. Austin Rodriguez ran the main cam for us tonight, and Eric Hall down on the sidelines is gathering our player of the game at this moment. For the meantime, though, we'll let's take a little time to break this one down and get you set for next week, as next week we'll have 2 streams going at the same time on a Friday night. Once again, we have the X Stream back in action as Dom, Zach, Connor, and now Jacob will be joining them on the call for the X Stream.
Oh, Jacob, we hardly knew you.
See you later. But no, great start to the season here. 2 great games. Now, this one wasn't as much of a nail-biter as the one last night, but still entertaining for anyone that was watching probably because, I mean, you talk about that first half, the way that ended, and then here we are at the end of the second half, 27-11. I mean, night and day compared to where we were sitting at the halftime show.
Yeah, the way that game kind of ended reminded me of a team I've watched for 36 years. And so, you know, that's the only thing I took from it, is just a little bit of a reminder of that. But it was still a great game to watch because you can see exactly what that team's capable of when they clean up those mistakes. So, as you always say, those week 1 jitters, I'll chalk it up also to week 1 miscues because there were a lot of turnovers and little ticky-tacky things that definitely could have had this one, the ball bouncing either way. And tonight, it just went the tornado way. Points off turnovers.
That's right.
Regardless of how good the team is, when you play these highly contested matchups, it's the difference is who's going to make the least amount of mistakes and the points off turnovers.
All right, well, we have the man, the myth, the legend himself here in the press box.
I've been here, but that's our player of the game.
Our player of the game, Mr. Brady Bonnell. Put that over the shoulder. There we go. That looks good, man. That looks good on you.
Thank you.
Heck yeah. All right, man, let's talk about this one. What a ball game here tonight.
Yeah, it was.
Now, 11-6 going into the locker room. I got to talk. What was said in the locker room?
You know, we had no doubt in our team. You know, our offseason, it wasn't for nothing, so we just had to fight.
That's right. Now, you guys had a lot of people that were filling some big shoes from last year. Obviously, you guys know all about that senior class from last year. We won't talk about it too much. I want to talk about the guys who stepped up tonight. You had a lot of guys who really stepped up into some new roles this year. Just talk about the maturation of all these guys.
Yeah, well, people were saying a lot of questions about who's going to fill these shoes. But we just came out here and made a name for ourselves. So
that's exactly it, man. You got a lot of guys out here who really did kind of put their stamp on their first time in a Tiffin Columbian uniform, and you yourself are one of them, man. You made a heck of an impact on this ball game here tonight. Over 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. What was your mentality, man? You look like a bruiser out there.
No, I don't think each play I just go.
You found some open space in the middle of that line. And I'll tell you, with this big defensive line for Fremont Ross, I wasn't expecting there to be a lot of room tonight. But, man, you guys you got to give a lot of credit to that line.
Yeah, well, we had a game plan coming in, and we saw a weakness in the defense, so we just took that to heart and pounded up the middle every time. So.
Well, you definitely exploited it in the second half, man. Over 150 yards rushing in that second half alone. Just talk about the mindset. When you switch into that, all right, we're going to run the ball, what do you do as a running back? Do you get into a different mindset, or are you just there all game?
Just flow state. Nice. Just no thought at all. Just see and go. That's it.
Tommy?
Flow state. You like a lot of Bruce Lee, do you?
Yeah.
As Boom Boom Bonnell is kind of what we kind of coined you when we were looking at those replays.
I like that.
Because
I do too.
Your yards after contact, those second chance yards, what was really the driving factor, especially against the little Giants? There wasn't nothing little about those Giants when you were facing them down in the trenches. What was your mindset as you were continuously picking up those yards after contest and consistently driving them feet?
Well, we knew they had a tap-out point, and we knew we were close the whole game. So we just went as hard as we could. And then more.
I think that was definitely evident on the field that at one point they just kind of tapped out, especially, when you kind of took a seat and Mason got in there, you could tell. I mean, they just kind of were throwing the white flag up there at that point, Yep. So talk about, obviously this is a big game, but you got to put this one in the rear view already. You got a big road trip next week, Chardon, on the schedule. What's the mindset going into this one?
Win.
I love it, man. I love it. You don't rebuild, you just reload here at Tiffin Columbian. Is that right?
Yep, make
That's
game
what I'm talking
plan, follow
about,
through.
That's it. That's exactly it. You got any shout-outs, man?
Yeah, I have one shout-out. my Little League coaches, and especially Tony Gooding and my dad.
That's awesome, man. I love it. See, last night I had a Brown as a player of the game, and Logan DeMoss stood up here and was wearing that same belt, and you were a teammate with Logan for a little bit. But, yeah, you guys were on the same team, so it's really cool. Tiffin Youth Football has such an impact on this community, and to see these young men step into these roles and not miss a beat, to me, it just goes to show we got a heck of a foundation here with Tiffin Youth Football. Am I right?
Yep, we do.
Unbelievable game, man. Great job. Go enjoy it with your teammates,
Thank
brother.
you.
All right, once again, he'll get a gift card from Little Hugo's, and we want to thank Little Hugo's for their contributions to the broadcast. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have yourself a great night.
So they're going to get a new routine. They're going to have a new routine.
A little sweaty.
Yeah, I bet you wish you could get to keep that. But hey, once again, big time performance from Brady Bonnell. He takes home the player of the game. Tommy, let's wrap things up, man. 27-11. What more can be said?
I think the young man, our player of the game, Mr. Bonnell himself, he hit the nail on the head. Tonight was about who was going to withstand that onslaught for 48 minutes. You had a bigger opponent against you, but you just had to weather the storm, and that's exactly what Tiffin Columbian did. They weathered the storm. They capitalized on key opportunities, and when you're out there, you just got to maximize those minutes, and that's what Tiffin Columbian did here tonight to come away with a Week 1 win. But it doesn't get any easier for them as Tiffin Columbian hits the road to take on the Chardon Hilltoppers next week in Week 2.
Now, unfortunately, Columbian fans, you're not going to be happy with us, but I'm not sending my crew 3 hours away into a hornet's nest. I'm sorry, but we won't be able to cover that game. Number one, just for connectivity issues. I don't know what we're getting into over there. I don't know what their stadium's like. I don't know what their internet's like. And I don't know how welcome they're going to be with us after last year's game and 50-49 finish here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium. I'm just saying, there are many factors that led to our decision not to cover that game, and none of them were that we didn't want to, because trust me, we definitely want to be there, but I don't think we'd be very welcome over there. Even if I tried, I bet I'd get the cold shoulder. So we're going to be here for Tiffin Calvert versus Monroeville here on the Adrenaline stream. That's going to be a huge matchup, folks. Both teams started out 1-0 on the season, and you got to think those Monroeville Eagles have got to have a little bit of revenge on their mind after what happened last year with the Tiffin Calvert Senecas.
Monroeville was going to be tough this year.
Absolutely. And then the X stream, you guys will be over in Attica as the Seneca East Tigers started out their season 1-0. They will take on the Gibsonburg Golden Bears, who also started out 1-0.
That's going to be
so we'll have two matchups with both teams starting out 1-0 in Week 2 right here on Heart of Ohio Sports.
And I can only call one game.
I know.
Gosh, I'm jealous. That's going to be a great one over there in Attica. But until then, Nate, again, tonight we want to thank you one more time for joining us here at Heart of Ohio Sports. Do us a favor, like and subscribe. Hit that like button. We can't tell you enough how much that means to us. And don't forget, next week we're back here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium. Tiffin Calvert versus Monroeville.
That's right.
Nate, it was a pleasure. This Week 1 already flew by. It's going to go by like a blink of an eye, but 2 games down. We get ready for next week already.
2 down, 18 more to go, folks. That's right. Right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, you can watch all the action live and paywall free all season long on the pulse of the Buckeye State. All right, folks, for Austin Rodriguez and Eric Hall and Jacob Ellis, as well as Tommy Hall, I'm Nate Mullins, signing off from Frost-Kalnow Stadium. 27-11 was your final score. Tiffin Columbian on top of Fremont Ross. Tune in for the Coach's Corner this Tuesday, live from Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. You've been watching Heart of Ohio Sports.